How Wawa is beating fast food companies at their own game. Before we even get into this chat, who knows what Wawa is? Who knows what Wawa is? If you don't, it's basically 7-Eleven, but better. It's a superstore gas station. I would say the equivalent of a Wawa. Wawa's like northeast/east. I would say for like southern people, Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's a lot larger, but people perceive Buc-ee's as the same way that people in the northeast perceive Wawa. A very loved store, right? All the athletes, you know, get sponsored by Wawa. Most Eagles players are sponsored by Wawa. Not most, but a lot.
Steak shorty.
My bag. Hello, would you like to try a sample? How are you today, sir? Do you have a rewards card today?
It's
Sample? They ain't ever dealing out samples in Wawa. That was straight for the video, bro. That pissed me off. There was never somebody Kim outside of fucking Wawa handing out samplers.
Would you like to try a sample?
Never.
How are you today, sir? Do you have a rewards card today?
It's 10 a.m. on a Monday, and we're at a Wawa, one of America's largest convenience store chains, right outside of Philadelphia. 8:30. Have a great day.
Gobbler's back.
And you're stuck behind the guy that's getting 9 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, let me get one of those. Let me get one of those Camel Crushes on the top left. Yeah. Do you have any of that? Do you have any of that Red Man chew? Oh yeah, I'll get one of those. Yep.
Then he pulls out a wad of cash, but it's unorganized. That's a casual experience at Wawa. Pulls out a fucking wad of cash. It's just like, it was just in his pocket. It wasn't even in his wallet. Just fucking,
yeah, let me just rummage through here.
Just pulling out fucking a $5 bill, a 20, a 10, a 50. He just has it all.
Today's the first day of the Gobbler.
Oh, don't get me started about... I'm a Gobbler hater. Dude, the Gobbler is this... If you don't know... Okay, see, I'm talking about this like people know what this is. The Wawa Gobbler is this big promo they have at this store, like, for a month straight. And they're like, dude, come get the Gobbler at Wawa. And they get, like, Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts to be like eating the Gobbler. Yo, it's fucking disgusting. It's an entire Thanksgiving meal in one sandwich.
It's limited time offers inspired by Thanksgiving. Food has helped Wawa build a
yuck,
fiercely loyal fan base, what some call a cult-like.
Now that's a little extreme. Getting a Wawa tattoo? Oh, no.
I love Wawa. I don't even get gas. I get food.
I love their products.
That is a lot of people. They're phasing those out, but they used to have, it used to be like a 7-Eleven where you could just get food, but now most Wawas are also gas stations. Patrick Welsh, Wawa customer.
Their sandwiches, their coffee.
I love their sandwiches. They even have some cool selections for drinks. It's really just a great old time.
Any cult following starts with each customer, each visit, each transaction.
Hey, Chris Geisens. He spoke at my high school.
Turning in it.
Hey, Chris Geisens. Rock on. CEO of Wawa.
To something more than it should be. We have 5 minutes with our customers. Make it the best 5 minutes of their day.
Have a nice day.
Expansion has been rapid. Revenue has more than doubled. And it's
a little stagnated here. Uh-oh. That worries me. Wawa, what the fuck?
And it's
we need to be on the up and up. We got to spread worldwide. We're making a monopoly here, Wawa. What are we fucking doing? We're at 18.9 billion, 18.8. That's bad.
Revenue has more than doubled, and its workforce has grown by nearly 90% over the past decade. But competition is fierce.
Yeah, half of those people are New Jersey gas attendants.
But competition is fierce. Convenience store chains are perfecting food, and fast food chains are expanding options and offering value deals and more customization.
You're going to see...
Dude, the order screen at Wawa is like the perfect UI. Chat, you have never... If you're ever in a state that has a Wawa, go there. It's not going to be some mind-boggling experience. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, your life's going to change, you know? But if you go to a Wawa, you're going to leave that and be like, wow, that would be, like, really nice to have. You know, open 24/7. They always have like a bunch of meal options. It's like a million fast food places in one. You could get salads, hoagies, sandwiches, soup, mac and cheese, hot dogs, milkshakes, smoothies, re-energy fucking like juices. It's like, dude, it's fucking espresso, cold brew. You can fucking get anything at a fucking Wawa. Whole pizza, you get at fucking Wawa, you know? Lotto tickets, Zins, maybe heroin in the back, but they're not associated. It'd be another guy. Gamer Sups. Try it. Code BART. 10% off. Free shipping. Free sample pack at checkout. You could get cups. Powdered tubs. Or cans. Link in description. Bye.
Continued expansion of high quality food service in the convenience industry. And if anything, the quick service restaurants better watch out, because if you can get better food faster at a gas station, that kind of changes everything.
But with an estimated $18.8 billion in annual revenue and nearly 1,200 stores, Wawa is holding its own against public players like 7-Eleven and Casey's.
Yo, fuck Casey's! Yo, fuck Casey's for the motherfucker! Yo! Earlier before this stream started, or earlier before this video started, some motherfucker in my chat was like, oh, Casey's is better than all of them. Yo, 2,800 stores, $15.9 billion in revenue. 1,100 stores, $18.8 billion in revenue. Which one's more successful? Honestly, if you crunch the numbers too, I'm pretty sure Wawa's even doing better than 7-Eleven. Per Wawa is making more money. How many stores do you have? 0.
So can it keep up the momentum?
What a fucking awkward intro. God, a millennial pause.
Just 2 miles away, at Wawa's headquarters, the Innovation Center is testing new hoagies, or subs.
Bro, they're hiring people. What is that? See, no, that's something I'm going to complain about, is I love their options, but they also have a lot of fucking weird shit that no one orders. Like, because they just have a million. Okay, so they have fucking 300 ingredients, and they go, we're just going to make 85 different things that have these ingredients in them. So then they just hire people to, like, come up with these weird ideas. Stop having that shit. Just have everything be custom and let me put it on it. This is something I'm going to complain about. They came out with this panini sandwich. It's a panini with turkey, cheese, garlic sauce, honey hot sauce, and mac and cheese. It's amazing, okay? I have a few things I would like to change, all right? I'm going to order it, but I have a few things I'd like to change. When I go to custom panini, I'm not allowed to add the mac and cheese on the custom panini, and that pisses me off. That fucking grinds my gears, okay? See, so now, hey, Chris Geisens, if you're watching this fucking video, hey, pal, maybe change that. Maybe make it so I can put mac and cheese on my fucking panini without having to order the fucking specialty sandwich that they fucking want me to order.
Sauces, coffees, and smoothies.
So this is
Yeah, I got 98 fucking flavors of smoothies, dude.
second round of
I got
samples.
dragon fruit. Some shit you've never even heard of.
Can
Well, you've heard of dragon fruit. They have other weird shit.
we send back out several concepts to our Wingmates panel?
Aside from the dozens of fresh
Oh my god, right there, dude. That's like heaven. Yo, you click one, it expands to like 9 different options, and you can just be tapping that shit. Be like, just searching that shit. It's amazing.
Aside from the dozens of fresh food and beverage options available to customers in store, Wawa offers 15 limited time items every year. The Gobbler, around Thanksgiving, is
Nobody fucking eats the Gobbler, bro. I need to see the numbers on this shit. I don't know anybody that's ordered the Gobbler. Everybody in New Jersey goes to fucking Wawa. I don't know a single person that eats the Gobbler. I do? Okay, Zod does, bruh. Zod eats the Gobbler. You've craved that. You've been like, damn, the Gobbler's back. A sandwich with mashed potatoes, turkey, gravy, and cranberry sauce. Oh, it's dripping too.
every year. The Gobbler, around Thanksgiving,
Yuck.
is its most popular. Coffee is a big deal. There are
What's another fucking specialty sandwich that Wawa has seasonally that's popular? They have Hoagie Fest. And Hoagie Fest is like the fucking... Dude, when I see Hoagie Fest, all of the sandwiches, I'm pretty sure, are the same fucking price. So if you get a 6-inch or a 12-inch, they're the same price. So when I see a motherfucker on Hoagie Fest, or it's like $4 and $5. No, it's like, if you get a 6-inch hoagie, say it's like $4. Regularly, the 12-inch would be like 8 or like 10. But a Hoagie Fest is like $4 and $5. Just get the fucking bigger one. But I see people get the 6-inch hoagie. What are you fucking doing? You're just wasting money.
already 9 variations at its stores.
We used to have
Some people are health conscious. It's a 12-inch hoagie, brother. Cut that bitch in half. Oh, Chris Geisens, lock in.
different third parties. Dunkin' or Pizza Hut was part of our offer here. And customers said to us, we trust you, we trust your food, we trust the brand you are. And so now every product we sell here that's food or fresh beverages or Wawa branded.
I think it offers a nice tart flavor.
All right, I'm gonna get some slurping.
A focus on food is
All right, we're getting a little snobbish with the science here for the Wawa. I mean, dude, the people that are getting the coffee are pulling up at 4 a.m. They're truckers.
paying off. Customers who shop at both Wawa and quick service chains Burger King, Wendy's, or Starbucks have been shopping more frequently with Wawa than with the others since 2023. And breakfast is the clear winner. Morning meal traffic increased by 5% at food-forward convenience stores like Wawa, while QSRs only increased by 1%.
Next video. Fern video. Camp 14, the most horrible place in North Korea. We've done a lot of North Korea reacts, but they're all very interesting because it's so, like, crowded. There's so much mystery around North Korea and what they do, how they function, what they do to their people, how bad the lives are. I've never heard about Camp 14, so this is going to be interesting.
Class is about to start for these 40 school kids. Like every week, the teacher starts searching everyone's pockets. This time, he finds something on a little girl. 5 kernels of grain. The teacher snaps.
5 kernels of grain. They're searching their pockets before school starts. 5 kernels of grain is bad. Like rice?
And commands the
grain like wheat.
girl to come up front. She has to kneel down on the hard concrete floor. With a wooden stick, he strikes her on the head. Again.
On the head?
And again. And again. And again. Her classmates watch in silence. The beating goes on until the little girl collapses. Afterwards, her classmates carry her home. The same night, she dies.
What? For having 5 kernels of grain in her pocket, they fucking beat her to death? Why is that a violation?
The little girl and the other 39 children are all inmates in one of North Korea's deadliest prison camps, Camp 14.
Oh my God, no, we did hear about this in the Johnny... We didn't hear any specifics about it, but we heard about the camp in the Johnny Harris video, where you could see the camp and the outlines of it. And this is where they send, like... Dude, it's like an entire city. There's, like, thousands of people that live there.
Comparisons have been drawn to the Nazi death camps, to the Soviet Gulag. You know, they're accurate, and in their own way, they're different.
A lawless detention facility hidden in the mountains of Kaeshan, a place where people are imprisoned for the crimes of their parents. Once you end up here, you will most likely die here.
This is truly a space.
Crimes of their parents, but what's so weird that I don't understand about the camp is, like, yeah, in North Korea, if somebody tries to escape or they commit a crime, part of your family lineage is imprisoned in a camp. But if they have kids in that camp, are those kids also imprisoned? Like, is their family lineage perpetually there for the rest of eternity, or can they ever get out?
That is outside humanity, let me say that.
Prisoners are forced to work under inhumane conditions. The smallest mistake can cost them their lives. Escape is almost impossible. Only a handful make it out, risking everything on deadly routes.
Make it out, but then they probably have to go all the way out of North... If you make it out, you can't stay in North Korea. You would have to flee the country entirely, and I feel like Camp 14 isn't bordering, like, China.
In North Korea, there are several of these death camps, and the regime has kept them a secret for decades. But through the relentless work of human rights organizations, satellite imagery, and reports from survivors, we can have a glimpse at these facilities. Why are people being sent to Camp 14? What does daily life look like inside its walls?
I just don't understand why North Korea and Kim Jong-un and, you know, whether or not he's a figurehead and his sister runs the country or it's a culmination of things, neither here nor there. Why purposefully crush your nation like that? Like, I understand he keeps his power. I think that's what it is. If he keeps his nation in, like, an impoverished state where the majority of people are either imprisoned, starving, or dirt poor, he can be rich. But, like, if he actually tried to even still keep it a dictatorship, not be a genocidal dictator, and actually run his country in a normal fashion, wouldn't that benefit his own people and therefore him as well? I think it's like he would rather be, it's better to be feared than loved, is what he's saying, right? I think that's kind of the mindset. Who said that? Another dictator said that. Machiavelli. But it's like, why? That's the route he's going down because it keeps him in power, but it's like, dude, your nation and you, I feel like he would be more rich. Even if he was less powerful, he would have access to more shit.
What horrors do the inmates face?
It gives himself more importance. I think it really boils down to also just like straight up narcissism, because he needs to be the center of his entire nation. And if his people are prosperous, then that he's not the guy they bend to.
And how do people actually get out? This is the story of the most horrific prison camp in North Korea.
It's some Hitler shit. Well, it's the same sense of Hitler shit in, like, he's basically being genocidal to his people. But Hitler was obsessed with world domination. Kim Jong-un's not obsessed with world domination. Kim Jong-un cyclically develops nuclear powers and fucking scares other countries till they defuse the situation. He steps back a little bit and he gets aid, right? And he kind of just does that over and over again to farm wealth for himself and his higher-ups, but still keep his people even like well below the poverty line, like dying poverty line.
This story is based on Escape from Camp 14 by Blaine Harden. One former prisoner of Camp 14 later changed parts of his story. Every time you see this symbol, it marks those revisions. If you want to know more about the exact changes and the reasons behind them, we recommend reading this article. Since North Korea did,
I would just be so worried, even as a North Korea defector. Like, if you left North Korea and you wrote about it, don't you think that Kim Jong-un, at least in part, his insanity, he hires some people to try and track these people down? Like, even if now in modern day you live in, like, Switzerland, or you live in Germany, or even the United States, I could easily foresee, like, Kim Jong-un trying to hire people to come kill you. Like, because he doesn't want you to talk shit about him. Like, that's how tight-knit this is he, like, they hate satellite. I wouldn't be surprised if they have shit underground now, or that's what he's planning to do, because then that keeps shit under wraps. Because he could say all the time, no, we don't have death camps, but, like, you could see them on Google Earth. But now if he puts it underground, you can't tell.
Denies the existence of these camps, independent verification is not possible. Shin Dong-hyuk is just a young boy when he witnesses the little girl being punished for having food in her pocket. Shin has no doubt she deserved it. After all, she stole food. And at Camp 14, stealing means...
Stole food, bro. 5 fucking grains of wheat? What is that, 2 calories? Or is that just supposed to be indicative that, like, she stole more?
He doesn't question it. He knows nothing else. The camp rules are...
It is brainwashed. It is. He's grown up in a camp where, in his mind, it makes logical sense that she should die. Because that's all he's known. It's like, I don't want to tune it to, like, being told Santa's real, but it's like, when you're a kid, you tell anybody anything, they're going to believe it. And if you grow up in a genocidal camp, and they teach you, hey, like, stealing is so wrong that you should die for it, he's probably not even going, wow, that's terrible. He's going, oh, yeah, you know.
Reality.
He's real, though? Yeah.
Shin would...
Oh, you mean Santa? No.
He was born in Camp 14, but his parents didn't fall in love. They were assigned to each other by prison guards. Intimacy.
I'm sorry, bro. And I feel like there's a argument to be made where, you know, hey, Joe, you might have younger viewers that still believe in that. Bro, you like still believe in that shit? We're talking about genocidal dictators in North Korea, and in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I hope Santa's going to get me presents this year. I'm sorry, man. Like, you just shouldn't be watching me if you believe in that shit. Like, I'm not going to do this facade anymore of like, oh, you know, fucking, bro, come on. Like,
Between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant
we're
without
watching a video about a fucking genocidal camp, and people are like, but Santa's real, right?
permission, intimacy between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant without permission, both she and the baby are shot.
What? Wait.
Is strictly forbidden. They were assigned to each other by prison guards. Intimacy between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant without permission, both she and the baby are shot.
Without permission? How does she get permit? What do you mean? She has to ask?
In Camp 14, there is only one way to have a child: promotion.
Promotion?
Those who work hard, and more importantly, snitch on others, may be granted a reward marriage. This is how Shin Dong-hyuk and his older brother Shin Hee-gyun come into the world. But they don't grow up as a real family.
I do want to question the moral. I think it's a survival in that sense from the parents' perspective. But in that scenario, wouldn't you say, like, why are you having a kid? Maybe in hopes that they get out of it, or like going back to a regular, because they're saying promotion, so I'm assuming maybe you live a better life in the camp and you're able to go to school rather than just do like slave labor over and over again. But it's like now this kid's basically being born into slavery.
Their mother never talks about the past.
And they probably don't even have the option. It's like you're allowed to have a kid, but I feel like it's also just like, no, you're going to have a kid. Hey, you've been good. We're going to reward you. I don't want it. No, you need to take it. Like, that's probably what it is.
Their mother never talks about the past. Shin has no clue why his parents were imprisoned, and it probably wouldn't matter anyway.
Oh, but he does know that they're in a prison camp.
It's all about suspicion. You know, you don't have to be an anti-regime character. But if you're suspected of being anti-regime, of being a wrongdoer, a wrong thinker, of having engaged in wrong associations, they will send you to the camp.
This is Greg Scarlatoiu. He's president and CEO of HRNK, the Washington-based Committee on Human Rights in North Korea. For years, Greg and his team have been investigating human rights abuses at these camps. Like many others, Shin will most likely stay in Camp 14 for the rest of his life, even though he never committed a crime. This is the house Shin and his mother live in. Along with his mother's promotion came slightly better housing.
Okay, so that's answering my question. Because I kept saying, why would she have a kid if it's not, it's helping her. She gets a better house, better room, maybe she doesn't have to share. Like, they're able.
Keep in
So you get Xbox for $149, effectively. But they're giving you the gift card because you're obviously going to buy something that's over $50, so they're getting your business that you would rather take elsewhere. What was the price of a regular Xbox 360?
Keep in mind that this bundle was sold for anywhere between $250 and $300 at the time. Not only that,
Oh, it was 4 gigabytes of RAM. Games were just discs. They didn't have digital copies on the 360. Sorry.
keep in mind that this bundle was sold for anywhere between $250 and $300 at the time. Not only that, but the gift card really sweetened the bundle. That's free money, baby. You could walk out of there with a brand new console and a copy of Halo 3 for basically nothing. So what
I mean, is that crazy of a deal? $300 console that you're getting for, it's 50% off. I think, yeah, getting an Xbox 360 for 50% off, one of the biggest consoles of its time. Like, the PS3 ended up selling more all time, but I'm pretty sure the Xbox 360 steamrolled initially.
would you be willing to do to play Connectimals for the first time? Survey says a woman in LA unleashed pepper spray on an entire Walmart to keep people away from the console. Luckily, only 20 people were hurt, most with only minor injuries related to fleeing the scene of the maniacal discount shopper. But there's a catch. The woman claims she only used pepper spray to protect her own self and children from other maniacal shoppers. So there's just layers of insanity here. We have adults ripping Xboxes out of the arms of children, which also makes me wonder if these kids are picking their own gifts. The 2000s were a night.
You see, that's a cheap strategy. That's a cheap strategy. Black Friday shopping is solely for adults. Hey, I originally was going to have to take, wow, you just tried to take an Xbox away from a kid. but you're choosing to bring your kids into a war zone because you're going to try and guilt other people to, you're going to be like, oh, honey, here, hold this Xbox, even though you have a fucking cart. You know, you're going to give the Xbox to your 8-year-old child knowing that that's dangerous when you could put it in the cart because then they won't take it. Walk up to the kid, boom, just grab that shit and fucking run out. Nah, yo, sorry, kid, rules don't exist in the Walmart on Black Friday. Wham, just fucking knock him out. Steal the Xbox, run out of that bitch.
Do not arm mothers during the Christmas season. Everyone's going crazy, mothers most of which, because they gotta put gifts under the tree, and they'll do anything to do that. Alright, our next deal to die for comes to us courtesy of the great nation of Canada. We all know that they're supposed to be nicer in the Great White North, so I'm assuming this is going to be mild at best. But this story-
You throw it through the ceiling tiles. You walk out, you see him, it's like there's one Xbox left, you just grab him and chuck him into the ceiling and just run off. He's like stuck in the vents.
Is about sneakerheads, so the niceness of Canadians mixed with the assholeness of sneakerheads probably balances out a pretty good bunch. In 2016, the Adidas store in Vancouver hosted a Black Friday drop of vape sneaker collab called MMDR1 Olive Camo. If you're not familiar with sneaker world...
Oh, did they like resell for crazy?
Or Bape in 2016, this was a huge deal. Mainly because resellers scoop up all of the shoes and sell them on the secondary market for an insane markup. So if you wanted these cool ass kicks without spending an extra hundreds of dollars on the secondhand market, your best bet was waiting in line and being willing to pay retail. So how wild would hypebeasts go to wear something that you literally step in dog shit with? Well, let's find out. Survey says over 300 people showed up for the drop and the store had no security to oversee the crowd. One customer, who was apparently drunk, became agitated and started throwing punches at others in line. At one point, he decided, like most aggro drunk guys do, to
oh my god, I've seen this video.
Take off his shirt and challenge onlookers to fisticuffs. Eventually, he took his belt off and started swinging it around, using it as a whip to hit others in the crowd. Eventually, the cops were called to disperse the crowd and apprehended the shirtless and beltless Canadian sneakerhead. So congratulations, brother. You did a weird, aggressive striptease. You have to pay 500% markup for your dumbass shoes, and you're gonna spend the night of Christmas in jail. You. But okay, America, we're not gonna let Canada one-up us on crazy-ass consumerism, are we? Our next prize is a deep discount on a Samsung 50-inch Plasma HD TV. First,
that's worth it. That's worth it. I don't even know what the discount is, bro, but that's worth fucking throwing hands for in, what, like 2012? A fucking Samsung flat screen.
Best kind of TV you can buy to this day. So I understand the what's the word I'm looking for? Hysteria. In 2008, Walmart's Black Friday sale offered
2008
for this puppy at $798. For context,
bro, see, that's the crazy shit about TVs. That TV now would be like $100. They have really expensive like 4K OLED TVs and shit, but it's like, bro, you could get a good flat screen for so much cheaper now.
Plasma screen TVs were top of the line back then. And this model regularly
well, yeah, this specific one. This is a blocky flat screen.
Retailed at over $1,000 more than Walmart's sales price. So this was legitimate.
Huh? They're selling it for $700 and normally it was around $2K.
Since 38% of Black Friday shoppers say they're in the market for a TV, a deal like the Samsung 50-incher doesn't last long. So how much plasma are you willing to lose to get this much plasma in your life? This deal brought out residents of Valley Stream, New York in droves. Over 2,000 people waited in line for Walmart's Black Friday to begin, and when a store employee started to open the doors, the impatient crowd surged forward, breaking through the metal barrier and trampling the employee to death. Instead of trying to help,
bro, they killed the fucking employee.
Thousands of customers piled into the store, crawling over one another and the employee. When security and other Walmart workers tried to clear the store because, you know, it was basically the scene of a murder, customers actually complained. The store did close for a few hours, but then opened back up again once they got the dead body out of there.
That's insane they didn't full close for the day. I feel like the family should be able to fucking sue Walmart for, like, crazy money there, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? The guy gets trampled to death when they open. They close for a few hours and then fucking open back up. Yeah, sorry, we gotta clean all the blood off the floor.
But I don't know, that's a good deal on a TV. I can't talk. So that's crazy. Someone actually died and an employee nonetheless. So now it's time for our final round of Deal or Die. And surprise, surprise, this takes place at another Walmart in Reno, Nevada in 2016. Now the thing you have to understand is there.
Dude, 2016, it's like, I mean, that's, you know, almost 10 years ago. But I feel like a lot of these stories would have been like 2005. 2006. Because, like, Black Friday shopping has consistently gotten worse over the years. Meaning, like, the sales are worse. The sales are worse, so there's no reason to go.
Million in-store Black Friday shoppers that year. And you know, there are only so many spaces in a Black Friday parking lot. The spaces at this Walmart were hard to come by, and the cars people drive are gigantic. So this altercation wasn't over a flat screen or, like I said, one of those dumb ninja products. It was over a parking spot. I mean, to keep in mind, there was an actual deal going on. Walmart had a killer deal on the DJI Phantom 3 drone. This puppy was marked down from $499 to $369, so that's wild.
That's $100.
Savings. So what would you do?
$100 is good, but it's $100 on a fucking $500 product.
For a parking spot to get into a store that had a drone off for 26%. This one seems like it wasn't worth it. A driver was accidentally cut off in a parking lot, so he got out of his vehicle and attacked the other driver with a metal rod. The driver, who was
I feel like that's just road rage.
Getting his face smashed in, grabbed a gun from his car and fired through the window, killing the attacker. The shooter, fled the scene and claimed he feared for his life, and I don't blame him. So just to be
maybe fleeing the scene because there was, like, crazy people there. But I think in an instance like that, the shooter is in the right because the guy was attacking him with a metal rod. But fleeing the scene makes him look mad guilty. You know what I mean? Like, you got in an argument with a guy, he gets out of his car, starts fucking attacking you, trying to kill you. You shoot him, fine. But then you drive home.
Clear, if you're ever in Reno, Nevada, just know that the Walmart parking lots there are ruled by Wild Wild West law. Just start shooting if you don't get a parking spot. But you know what the worst part of Deal or Die is? It's usually not worth the deal nowadays. With its dark roots in labor exploitation, aspirational consumerism, and violence, many Black Friday sales aren't even valued. All too often, stores jack up the price of an item right before the holiday just so they can offer a bigger discount on it without actually losing money. Last year, the $20 Amazon stick was raised by $20 the day before Black Friday and then sold at a 50% discount.
That should be illegal. That should be illegal. The government should do something about that. That is insane. $20, they double the price, half it by 50%. They're just selling it for what they were selling it before. But now they're just conning you into thinking that you're getting a good deal.
How are we falling for this shit? And some Black Friday sales aren't actually discounts. They're either pre-existing sales rebranded or they're just listed as sales for the hell of it. A study found that approximately
Wow, it's just the same sale. I think that's scummy. I don't think that should be illegal because that's still it's still a sale. They're just calling it a Black Friday sale versus literally changing the price to then have it, but still sell it for the same price you were selling it before.
A study found that approximately 41 of Black Friday items offer no real savings compared to their usual prices. Imagine getting whipped in the face with a belt, hit with a metal pipe, or shot in the chest just because you're trying to buy a drone for a regular retail price. That's the kind of behavior that will never get you into heaven. I know, I did a skit about it. But whether it's online or in-store on Gray Thursday, Black Friday, or Cyber Monday, you're gonna spend some serious money this holiday season. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna go on some spiel about the true meaning of Christmas. I want gifts, I like candy, and if I don't have good enough gifts under the Christmas tree, I act like that little bitch in Harry Potter. 45? Is it 45 or 40? I don't remember the number he says, but he's being a dick. What's his name? Trevor? No. I don't know.
Trevor Dursley, is that his actual name in the game? Or not in the game, in the movie? Isn't it Dudley?
Whatever. I just want you to know that every gift you unwrap during the season of giving was paid by the blood of the proletariat and ghosts of Black Friday past. Let me know what discounts you've seen in the past where you'd go
his name's Dudley Dursley.
Wild Wild West in a Reno parking lot in order to obtain that sweet, sweet deal. Because let's face it, everybody has a price. New videos every Saturday and sometimes Wednesday. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And sometimes Wednesday. I fucking love Big Tug. That was a fun video. Coming up.
In August 2025.
The big thing Wawa figured out is if you look at all of the negatives that were historically associated with the gas station industry, the bathrooms, maybe the last resort food, Wawa flipped all of that and decided to turn those into positives.
Wawa's customer.
They don't let crackheads in the bathroom. I mean, like, what the fuck are we, dude? Like, that's what they're trying to flip those into positives. So, you know, the things that normally are not perceived, that's what they do, bro. The bathrooms are clean because they have locks on them. At ones of high traffic areas, like, dude, they just don't let, like, why would you? I'm not saying, bro, I'm not gonna have a take here. I'm saying The bathrooms are cleaner because they have janitors that take care of them, and they don't let, like, homeless people roam the stores.
Customer base is also increasing. While at competitors 7-Eleven, Circle K, and Sheetz, it's shrinking.
People know each other by name. People create this warm environment. That, I think, is somehow the secret sauce.
Chris Geison's king of parasociality. Chris Geison's making you fall in love with the guy with Roger that makes your hoagie at 3 p.m.
What creates, if there is a cult-like following.
Up, next person. Come on.
And it starts with its employees.
Ooh, Dan's gonna be whipping up my mac and cheese at 3 a.m.
They own nearly 40% of the company.
When you're an owner, you're just vested a little bit more. There's a higher level of commitment. Our most loyal customers, they're here 3, 4, 5, 10 times a week. You get to know them by name. You get to know their family. You get to know what's happening.
10 times a week? Actually, no, never mind. They go every morning, and then they go 3 times for, like, dinner.
And that connection, it's not really an expected thing in training. It happens because of culture.
I'm gonna have a chat. We're never gonna know. This is gonna be like a Schrodinger's cat. Is there any liquid in that coffee cup? Is there any liquid in that coffee cup? Or is he just holding that? Like, for the video. It's a prop? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Let's analyze his hand movement. I feel like...
It's not really an expected thing in training. It happens because of culture.
No, it looks like it's got some weight to it.
Tell her I said hi too. I will. Tell her get better soon.
Never had that happen. Never had that happen at a Wawa. Maybe it's because I don't open up to them. They always try to talk to me, and I just ignore them. I don't ignore them, but if I go to a Wawa, they'll be like, "How's your day?" I'll be like, "Good." One word answer. Good. How about you? Awesome. Thanks, man. Have a good day. You too. Bye. I don't know, man. I don't want to fucking talk, bro, because I'm not trying to have a fuck-ass conversation, man. I'm just trying to leave. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get in, get out, get the food. They're nice. I'm not upset. I'm not rude to them, chat. I'm just like, I'm not going to continue the conversation. What about the community? Damn, maybe Roger's been thinking about my well-being so much. Fuck, dude. Maybe Roger's been thinking about me too much. Thinking about him right now, wearing that black Wawa hat. Probably in an apron right now, cooking up a hoagie. Maybe panini pressing something. You think he's thinking about me? I'm thinking about him.
Wawa began as an iron foundry in New Jersey in 1803, before shifting to a dairy business in Pennsylvania nearly a century later. As home delivery declined, the
Wawa started as a dairy business?
company pivoted again, opening the first Wawa food market in the 1960s.
When you think of convenience stores, of the 154,000 about in the United States, many were born out of major oil companies. Some were born out of the dairy heritage. It just gave us, I think, a little bit of a leg up on food to begin with.
In the following decades, Wawa grew slowly in its home market.
This has soured my opinion of Wawa. This has soured my opinion slightly, very fractionally. It's starting out as Big Milk. I still love Wawa because they don't push the milk on you. That would annoy me. If they pushed the milk on me, I would be annoyed. But they don't do that. You know, I'll get a milkshake at Wawa here and there, but they're not like, they don't got like no big milk sign or being like, buy Wawa milk. They do sell milk at Wawa though.
To Philadelphia,
their own branded milk.
In South Jersey, and built a significant presence across 3 other East Coast states, plus Washington, D.C.
They got way more stores than this. They're not just in these states.
It doubled down on convenience.
Oh, or is this just like where they spread initially?
Becoming a 24/7 operation in the 70s, at a time when most retailers closed early, and offering surcharge-free ATMs, free air for tires.
Always hit up a Wawa ATM before I go gambling. Always.
And finally, fuel in the 90s. It debuted in Florida in 2012. As of 2024,
no surcharge ATM? No $6 charge?
State holds more Wawas than any other.
Wawa has become synonymous with Florida, heading out to the Midwest. We had a lot of research, we knew the customers, we'd done all the homework, and the lines around those stores and the opening excitement was palpable, and those stores have performed almost as well as core market stores coming out of the gate.
But the convenience store business is getting more competitive as the industry has consolidated.
I mean, it's the same thing as like Bucky. I think Bucky's is bigger. Bucky's is definitely bigger, right? Bro, motherfuckers wear Bucky's shirts. Nobody wears Wawa shirts. Like, I'm not wearing Wawa fits. But, like, dude, I'll see somebody in public wearing, like, a big-ass Bucky's logo. We wear Wawa fits. I never have. I do, Joe. Where are you getting a Wawa shirt?
2022, Wawa has been focused on an aggressive expansion plan.
And is it Wawa because that's the sound a goose makes? I think. Well, wah, wah. I think, right? I think it's Wawa. Why is it called Wawa? Wah, 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 wah. How does a goose sound? Wawa is named after the town of Wawa, Pennsylvania, where its first dairy farm and corporate headquarters were located. The town name comes from the Ojibwe Native American word for the Canadian goose. Okay, so it is after the goose, but it's after the town.
Without mergers or acquisitions, growing from 6 to 12 states. And its annual revenue rose by $4 billion in that time frame. Store count has grown more
Are you reading off Google AI? Yes.
than 50% over the past decade. The goal is 1,700 locations by 2030.
Doing that gives us the best chance of success long term. It's a little more challenging. Sure, M&A might open more doors and more growth for us, but it's never been for us to be the biggest. It's trying to be the best.
As opposed to other competitors like
Great PR response, Chris.
Casey's, which focuses on rural America.
Great PR response, Mr. Geisens.
Wawa is in urban areas.
I love that.
The company serves nearly 1 billion customers per year.
It's not about being the biggest. It's about being friendly with you guys. It's not about being the biggest. It's about, touching the hearts of the people that we serve. Like Roger. How he makes your pan press panini so well. You should go see Roger right now.
Customer traffic growth of 3%.
Tell him about your day. He definitely cares about your day.
Since 2015. Though Wawa has been methodical about where and when to expand, scaling is still risky. Quality and customer service must be maintained, or the company risks damaging its reputation.
Anytime a company starts to expand,
they got those dogs, bro. Wawa ain't got them, dude. They're just sweating. That's how Wawa don't got the rollers. They make the dogs. They got like a mini fridge heater, and they put them in there, and you take it out, and the bun's just fucking ripping hot, just sweating, just in the container, just waiting for somebody to come eat it.
Far outside of its region in this industry, there is going to be that challenge of how do I maintain the customer experience that I'm known for.
Yo, are these guys' headphones like made out of copper wire? What's going on here?
With Wawa's heavy emphasis on fresh food, maintaining a strong supply chain is imperative. Even so, the company must rely on third-party suppliers to deliver product, which poses operational vulnerabilities. Competitor Casey's, on the other hand, has full control over its supply chain as it owns and operates both distribution centers and a transportation fleet. Competition is tight. Convenience stores are challenged by other convenience stores, fast food chains, and now grocery stores that offer pickup and delivery, undermining the convenience factor. As Wawa expands into—
Yo, Aldi is the worst grocery store in the fucking world, and I'm gonna stand on that fucking take. Every Aldi I've ever been to has like 9 items. You pull up, bro, and they are— if you have a grocery list of 30 things, they'll have 20 of them. And like, I want to one-stop shop, brother. One-stop shop. Maybe it's the Aldis that I pulled up to, but every Aldi I go to, bro, like you can see over the aisles. It's just fucking dog shit.
It will come up against those regions' own local convenience store favorites, like United Dairy Farmers in Indiana, Twice Daily in Tennessee, and Travel Center Buc-ee's in the South.
They're going to bump up against some people who've really locked
What do they sell at Buc-ee's? Is Buc-ee's like a Costco? Like, what is a Buc-ee's?
People who've really locked down certain regions.
Everything. So they're like a Walmart.
And cut their teeth and sort of made a name for themselves, innovating on their own terms. And I don't know if anyone knows how this is going to shake out, to be quite honest.
The company has also had a few misses, like its
They don't do wholesale.
pizza in 2023, which is still getting negative reviews, or the—
I'm not a big fan of their pizza, I gotta say. I don't really get a Wawa pizza. I do get a Wawa pizza when I have enough points saved up to get a Wawa pizza for free.
Drive-through concept it piloted in 2020. Those stores didn't offer customization, and you couldn't go inside. Wawa is still figuring out how to adapt the system.
If we don't have misses, we're not trying hard enough, and we do, certainly. So in the last few years, we launched a drive-through only store concept. We've tried 3 of them. They have come and mostly all gone, but from a great failure, you learn. So now with our
Yeah, I don't know. I think the idea of a drive-through Wawa is kind of dumb. Just because there's too many options that you could order on screen that it's more inefficient than if you just walked into the store.
our mobile app, we've given customers the ability to order whatever they want.
Oh, somebody redeemed Scream?
High inflation poses a major risk. Between 2019 and 2025, Wawa raised prices by about 22%, aligning with most competitors. And as Americans respond by pulling back spending, value meals have made a comeback, including at convenience stores.
You have to confront a company that has a well-oiled model that's been pressure tested in aggressive, tough markets, and they're going to come in and build state-of-the-art, new-to-industry stores, have all the modern amenities, and then on top of that, they're going to go in and hire really great employees, and they're going to pay them fairly. And yeah, that's a tough model to compete against.
We have to pay attention to McDonald's for sure, and we want to deliver more value.
I have heard that Wawa pays people well, but it's also a pretty grueling job if you're working like the night shift and you're just cranking out or like the morning and you're cranking out sandwiches.
Better quality at a better price. And you can have even better service. That's been the formula for us to take share, to win share, and will continue to be. We have a broader set of menu, and it allows us to innovate in ways with different products that maybe a QSR quite can't.
Yeah, I feel like it just feels like you're going to like a fast casual restaurant more than anything. That's why Wawa does well. It's because it's not like 7-Eleven where everything's like pre-made. Like they make it in front of you, which is nice. It's kind of like you're at like a deli. All right, next video. I gotta piss real quick. Not St. Patty's. I'm pretty sure New Year's Day, it's like Andy something and like his co-host will take a shot every like 30 minutes or something leading up to the new year. And they get pretty drunk.
The shoppers at the end of the festivities. This was a marketing tool that started as an unofficial beginning to the holiday shopping spree. But in 1939, I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but there was a little snafu. Thanksgiving had always been celebrated on the last Thursday of every November, but the No Nut Month actually had 5 Thursdays in 1939. So no, this isn't about World War II. I thought it was going to be. I thought it had something to do with Hitler. It doesn't.
Wait, what? There was a month where November had 5 Thursdays.
But the No Nut Month actually had 5 Thursdays in 1939. So no, this isn't about World War II. I thought it was going to be. I thought it had something to do with Hitler. It doesn't. When did World War II end? Chris, put that on the screen. The nation retailers, fresh off the heels of the Great Depression, were...
Bro, I went down a huge rabbit hole of this the other day, and it really freaked me the fuck out. Your grandparents were alive around this... Not around. Your grandparents were alive at the same time that Union and Confederate soldiers were still alive. Like, I understand the Civil War was in like the 1850s and that was a long time ago, but like generationally, your grandparents walked the same earth around people that had owned slaves. Like, whoa.
Concerned that it wouldn't be enough time for shopping, which is all the holidays really are about. And given the...
This country's only 3 generations old. You mean 300 years. 3 generations is averagely like 75 years, like 80 years. People have kids like every 30 years.
Situation that the nation's economy had been in for the prior decade, the National Retail Dry Goods Association propositioned President Franklin Delano Roosevelt to change the date. And that August, FDR said, Thanksgiving's a week earlier because we gotta get shopping, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, buy that turkey a little bit earlier because we're changing a national holiday so you can spend more money. And everyone loved it.
Oh, God, man. I fucking hate cutting. I'm at the age now where when I go to the family Thanksgiving, there's like a potential that I'm the guy that has to cut the turkey. It's a task that I knowingly have to take, but I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. I don't like cutting the turkey. But I feel like you're unk. I don't think it's really unk. I think it's that my parents are divorced. It's my parents are divorced and my family doesn't really do Thanksgiving together. So it's like, I'm like the only guy that's like going to do it. So it's like, It's like, so, like in an average like family, how is that funny? Because I don't care. I don't know. Like, it's like laughing at the sadness, I don't know. It doesn't upset me. Like, I've always had divorced parents, but it's like something where it's like, I'm not in a regular honestly, today it kind of isn't a regular American household to have divorced parents. I mean, type 1 in the chat if you have divorced parents. It's probably very normal. Like, there's probably fucking 35% of chat probably is divorced parents. Yeah, it's like, it's not a big deal. I don't want to say it's not sad, right? But it's like, it's not rare to have divorced parents.
Change a holiday date for no reason besides shopping. Oh wait, they hated it. There was an uproar and everyone was pissed. Republicans immediately dubbed the new Thanksgiving date Franksgiving, which I think we should still call it that, and just down 1,000,000 billion hot dogs. A turkey. Political opponents of FDR actually said that FDR acted like Hitler by doing this, so I wasn't wrong. Hitler was gonna show up. God damn it, I knew it. I could smell him. Which, this was also crazy to say because keep in mind, Hitler was still very much alive at this point, and a New Hampshire senator suggested that moving Thanksgiving was so crazy, FDR might as well just cancel winter. So overall, we got some big feelings about this day full of
oh my god.
turkey. We got some big feelings about them potatoes and mash. This issue literally divided the country. That year, 23 states celebrated Turkey Day early, 22 celebrated on the 5th Thursday, and Colorado, Mississippi, and Texas celebrated both. Bunch of fat.
Isn't it a rule now, though, in place that it's always the 4th Thursday? It was always the last Thursday until we reached a situation where there was now the 5th Thursday, so what do we do? Or was it still just always the 4th?
The issue actually persisted through 1941, with Thanksgiving splitting the country apart and serving.
I'm going to be 100% real here. Until 3 days ago, I did not know that Thanksgiving was celebrated on a specific weekday in correlation to the month rather than a date. Like, if you put me on Jeopardy and you were like, when is Thanksgiving? A week ago, I would not have been able to say the 4th Thursday. I would have just gone in late November. I don't know. In late November. Sometime in November. Like, I don't know holidays that are celebrated on... I know holidays that are celebrated on specific dates. I don't know holidays that are celebrated on, like, random days. Like, Easter's always the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs during the spring equinox. Like, that is, I wouldn't, like, that's why I could tell you that, but I wouldn't know when Easter is, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would just be like, I don't know, I'm going to check my calendar. Easter's celebrated between March 22nd and April 25th, depending on the year.
Finally, in December 1941, Congress passed a law officially making Thanksgiving the 4th Thursday of November. Overall, the moral of the story is Congress can fix everything. God bless Congress, they're so good at their jobs. But while Thanksgiving weekend served as a kickoff for Christmas shopping for nearly a century, the term Black Friday wasn't actually used to describe it until the 1950s. And we have our friendly folks over in Philadelphia to thank for this one. What a garbage city. If you don't know, Philly, which calls itself the city of brotherly love, is full of asshole penis people who suck so much. Case in point, in 1960.
Wow. I will say the city of brotherly love doesn't work. Okay, here's the thing. As somebody that goes to Philly all the time, is he wrong? Yes and no. People in Philadelphia are dickheads to each other. But when it comes to Philadelphia people, Philadelphians, they will always band together against other cities. So in a regular day-to-day basis, yes, somebody from Philly's probably going to be a dick to you. But if it comes to sports or anything, like if you want somebody from Philly to like you, walk down the street, you get in a kerfuffle with each other, go Birds. Especially if it's during a football game day, go Birds. They'll be fine. Now you're immediately friends with each other, and because you have a common ground. And you could say that about any sports team, but I think, like, dude, people don't understand, like, Philadelphians will blow up their city over a football game. Win or lose. They grease the poles. So people can't climb the poles and injure themselves. Like a cartoonish-esque solution, they will make it so it's really hard to climb things. Like, it's bad. But that's how much they love the sport. right? Or just love their city's teams.
Santa Claus came out on the field during a football game and everyone booed him, and they probably threw bad.
Wait, what?
Case in point, in 1968, Santa Claus came out on the field during a football game and everyone booed him, and they probably threw.
Right, because he was probably delaying the game. There's got to be a valid reason they were booing Santa Claus.
Batteries at him or something. And why did they do?
Okay, maybe they threw batteries at him. I don't know. Get him off the field, you know? Fucking
this? Well,
get him off the field. The game's got to fucking start up.
Because their team was winning. And it sounds crazy, but
that makes sense.
Eagles were so bad that year that they could have secured themselves the #1 draft pick, who at the time was O.J. Simpson. Just so much fun we're having with history today. But instead, the team started winning, which meant they lost the opportunity to draft OJ, and they decided to take it out on Santa. Anyway, that's just a little taste of holiday spirits in Philadelphia.
Maybe it was for the better.
So it makes sense that cops in the city started referring to the day after Thanksgiving as Black Friday as a way to describe their awful working conditions. Philly's finest were already peeved that they were forced to...
Santa Claus gets a few batteries thrown at him.
Work instead of spending time with their families, and to top it off, the shift was an absolute struggle. Between the holiday shopping and the slurry of people dropping into the city to watch the annual Army-Navy football game, it was just literally the worst type of people showing up. Not to mention that shoplifting and petty theft skyrocketed due to chaotic conditions. Black Friday soon took on a life of its own with local slang, and by the 1960s, several shops used it to promote their sales. However, the negative connotations didn't sit well with the business community at large in Philly, and they tried to change the name to Big Friday. Black Friday? That's a little sad. We'll call it Big Friday. And everyone in Philly said, your mother. We're calling it Black Friday, and also I'm going to break a window. Sorry, business daddies. The nickname chooses you. I didn't write that. I don't know who wrote that. Jimmy must have written. That's a sad little sentence. And so Black Friday, as we know it, was born. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Santa. Thank you, Hitler. By the time the ball dropped on the 80s, the term Black Friday had successfully spread from Philly to the entire United States. To make the name seem less gloomy, retailers spun the narrative, insisting
because Philly runs a lot of U.S. culture, Chad. I'm gonna glaze that city. Is there bias? Yes. Is there bias? Yes. I'm not even from Philly, but I go there all the fucking time.
Black stood for profits, which isn't entirely wrong. In business, if you're in the black, you're in profits, and if you're in the red, you're in the negative. So, it's lame, but it works. The Black and Black Friday was rebranded to mark the point when a store's profit turned positive for the year. Not only did this rebrand totally ignore the Black Friday's history as part of cops being bitches, it isn't even accurate to say that most stores operate at a loss until Christmas. But does the truth really matter here? You can get 10 toasters for a nickel. Get in there. Plus, at this point of the year, we're talking about virgin births and flying reindeer and roasting chestnuts. No one has ever roasted.
Yeah, and I would honestly argue that a lot of businesses run at a higher positive during the year than they do in the last quarter. Because the last quarter is where businesses want to spend the most money. If you've ever noticed when you see the most ads during the holiday season, it's not because it's the holiday season. It's because it's the end of the tax season. And so businesses want to pay a lot of influencers a shitload of money because they want write-offs for the previous tax year. So they budget a lot of spending that they previously hadn't had into the last 2-3 months out of the year because that's when they need to get the fucking money out so they don't have to pay taxes on it. So they can benefit on it in the next year, but they can take the tax repercussions this year or the tax benefits this year. So they always pay you. Like, that's one of the weirdest things, too. You taught us that? Yeah. Or who taught you that? Myself. Being in the fucking business. Ad companies always pay influencers net 30 to net 60. So if you do an ad for them in March, you're not going to get paid till May. But if you do an ad in November or December, best fucking believe they're getting you that money before January 1st because they don't want to fucking pay taxes on that money. So if you ever do an ad as an influencer in December 25th, you could post it on Christmas Day. They're going to pay you in 6 days. They're going to pay you within 6 days. Because if they don't get the benefit of it.
What's another little white lie on the pile, especially when that pile is making people extremely filthy f***ing rich? The 1980s saw a massive rise in consumerism. During the decade, over 16,000 shopping centers were built, and the crown jewel of all the consumerism was the shopping mall. There were approximately 2,500 malls in America during the Reagan years. And it made sense. As Americans left the city for green lawns of the suburbs, malls became the late 20th century version of the...
Do you think malls will ever like spark up again? Or are they like full dead forever? Because it's really like the mall apocalypse has affected the big mall. Or not the big malls, small malls. Big malls still function like American Dream Mall, King of Prussia. Like any huge mall you know of is still probably pretty popular. but any like small city or like lower, more kind of Teletubbies, the sun woke up. Theory by Alex Bale. We've watched some of his other ones about SpongeBob. But this one is an in-depth conspiracy theory about the Teletubbies, the childhood show that many of us grew up watching. Can I say the Teletubbies I had a love-hate relationship with when I was a kid? Because there's certain aspects where it's like the baby as the sun is just like clearly a kid's show, but a lot of the show's really fucking creepy. Like uncanny almost. Kind of like they almost, I would say they live in like the back rooms, basically.
How will the world end? It's a question that's haunted humanity for as long as we can remember. Will it be from nuclear war, or AI taking over, or some kind of disease wiping us out?
But what if it's the Teletubby sun consuming the people of Earth? This is Alex Bale, and welcome back to another conspiracy theory.
Now, there have been many different works of...
Now, actually, if the world ends, I feel like it's going to be nuclear. Nuclear or AI, or a mix of the two. I feel like it would be both, honestly. At least in our lives. If it's not in our lives, I could see it just being like an asteroid hits Earth and kills everybody if we don't move to another planet first.
Fiction that explore all of these different possibilities. But what if I told you there is one piece of media out there that shows us a possibility that nobody has considered yet? And that's because it was hidden inside of a children's educational TV show. Teletubbies dares to ask a question that shows us the darkest, most horrifying fate for humanity.
What if the sun turning the sun turning conscious? Alex actually just bought a red Teletubby.
If the sun was a baby?
That's how the world's gonna end? Fan theory by Alex Bale. There's no way he made a 22-minute video about how the sun's a baby and that's how the world's gonna end. That's literally, bro, the sun's a baby. That's not even a conspiracy theory. The sun's just a baby in the show. That's what it is. Oh, see, why does he make it creepy? Jingly keys.
It's possible I went a little too far with this video. Teletubbies is essentially just jingly keys to distract babies. It's not like Blue's Clues or Magic School Bus where there is some semblance of a...
Yeah, they don't speak, right? The Teletubbies are like non-verbal alien creatures that just go like, and they make like weird noises. And they have like TV screens on their stomachs.
Plot or conflict. Teletubbies is just kind of nothing. There is no substance to this show, which is understandable because it was made for literally one-year-old babies.
Okay, that's a bit of a diss because I remember watching the show. So, I remember watching Teletubbies, so I was definitely not one when I was watching this. I was maybe 5 or 6, but, you know, okay, some of us mentally age at different rates, you know? Don't be rude.
I will now.
Wait, is this actually a Teletubby scene? That's all the character does. I don't remember anything about the show outside of them being really weird and living in like some fantasy backrooms.
I will now try and describe the plot of this show. Teletubbies are these weird-looking alien baby things.
I feel like it's like Tom and Jerry. Like they just get up to mischief and do weird things.
That live in a bunker in Teletubby land, and they just kind of...
Bunker! What else could a bunker be? Nuclear bomb bunker. Fallout, the Fallout game. Teletubbies, inspiration from that. They live in Guantanamo Bay.
Walk around doing nothing until a creepy speaker slowly comes out of the ground and tells them what to do.
Speaker out of the ground, actually a spyglass from a nuclear submarine. This is actually a floating planet that goes through the ocean at different rates. That's why the climate changes depending on where they are and why the sun rises so often, because they're going through different time zones, so they're seeing actually multiple sunrises in one day.
Time for Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
And there is also this giant sun baby thing that is constantly watching and laughing at them. And there is also a windmill that sends videos to their stomachs of just some random kids also kind of doing nothing for like 5 minutes.
Playing on the beach.
Yo, low-key, Teletubbies is just interdimensional cable. The show makes no sense. But it's just like, it's brain rot. It's literally just brain rot.
And it is so boring and by far the worst part of this show. And then when they're finally done with it, they literally just watch the exact same video again.
Talk about filler. Holy fuck. Right now, what one sentence essay to fucking one paragraph where they watch the same clip twice?
Because all this show is trying to do is just waste time distracting babies with jingly keys for as long as humanly possible. And I have watched so much Teletubbies for this video, and I hate it. Also, there's a vacuum cleaner named Nunu that looks like he's constantly in pain.
Constantly in pain, bro. He looks like he's on fucking bath salts.
Nunu is my favorite character because I can relate to him. And look, I get it. This is a baby show, I am not the target audience, and hopefully neither are the people watching this video. There is clearly no actual lore or world building here for me to discuss.
Or is there?
Years ago, I even made another parody video of dark, edgy Teletubby theories.
Now why don't we watch a little bit of Teletubbies and see what we find? We see the show using overstimulating vibrant colors to mimic the psychedelic effects of LSD.
You know, that was...
He made a theory 10 fucking years ago about Teletubbies?
Just me making fun of losers who genuinely try to analyze this baby stuff. Anyways, here's my genuine analysis of Teletubbies. Despite everything I have just said, I do believe that there is a way to make sense of every weird random detail in this show. And it starts...
Well, the sun, somebody in chat said the sun is just the viewers watching, which makes sense. But like everything else, it's just like, is there a plot behind this? Or is this just directors trying to make visually appealing things for infants?
Every weird random detail in this show. And it starts by asking a very simple question. Where is Teletubby Land?
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come
Area 51
to play.
It looks like Earth with the...
There's an abundance of rabbits. There's an abundance of rabbits. Where are rabbits not supposed to be, but they multiply in insane amounts? Australia.
Nature and
New Zealand. Rabbits are in Australia. Or no, not rabbits. Well, rabbits are in Australia. Teletubbies are in Australia.
Rabbits, but we never actually see any humans. For all we know, this could be some distant alien planet or magical alternate dimension. But we know Teletubbies do have some kind of connection to humanity.
Because they have the same sun!
The weird speakers are constantly telling them to do human things, and they are constantly being sent videos of human children in the real world.
Hi, I'm Romy. Let's make some bagels.
And I feel
What? That's a plot of the show? What is this, an NBC News fucking flash segment? We're just talking, hey, this is Johnny's Bagel Shop. The Teletubbies are watching.
like the intro at the start of every episode does imply that Teletubby Land is on Earth somewhere.
Over the hills and far away.
Over the hills and far away. They are telling us where the show takes place in relation to us, the viewer. And to get there, we need to go over the hills that are in our way, as opposed to like going through space or a magical portal. Meaning Teletubby Land is likely on Earth.
But it's past the ice wall. The Teletubbies is proving that the Earth's flat. The Teletubbies is proving that the Earth's flat because it's over the hills. They're saying it's over the barrier that the government sets for us, and this is all government experiment, and they're trying to hide that from the fucking humans. The Teletubbies aren't actors. They're actual aliens being filmed.
This doesn't make sense, because Teletubby Land has a weird sentient baby-face sun, but in the human videos, we can see that they just have a regular normal sun with no face. So, if they're both supposed to be on Earth, then why is the sun different? Well, maybe it's not a question of where Teletubby Land is, but when. What if Teletubbies takes place on Earth in the future sometime after the normal sun somehow grew a baby face? And if that—
Chills. Goosebumps going over my fucking arms right now. This is insane.
that sounds far-fetched, then take a closer look at these human videos. Now, in most kids' educational shows,
To remind them what humanity is because humans are extinct.
these types of segments are like Blue's Clues, where Steve gets sent mail from children who are fans of the show and say, "Hi Steve, I love Blue's Clues."
Look, it's a letter from our friends.
Hi, Steve. Let's go see my classroom.
But in all 485 episodes of both the original and—
Do you think the kids that were like previewed on Blue's Clues kind of like have that as a fun fact, a part of their life? I feel like that becomes a part of your personality. Like you mentioned that. You mentioned that early in. You don't hide like if you were a kid on Blue's Clues, yeah, that's an icebreaker. You're at a bar. You know, I was actually on Blue's Clues when I was a kid. I feel like everybody would be like, "Really? Tell me more."
2015 revival of Teletubbies. Not once do the children ever acknowledge the fact that these videos are being sent to Teletubbies.
Hello, my name's Daniel. Hello, I'm Stephanie.
They never even say the word Teletubby, which feels like a very weird, deliberate choice. For all intents and purposes,
Seeing fucking planes land, I feel like he'd be like, "Oh no." Like, why would he continue driving up and down?
Regardless of how insane some drivers act, it's hard not to feel bad for them, considering that working for DoorDash is extremely draining. Unfortunately, however, some drivers take out their frustration on the customers. After trying to surprise their partner with some Asian food, one woman was shocked to see that her driver had sent her a picture of him next to a dumpster and peeing on their meal completely unprompted. Completely unprompted! How do we... See, this is what I'm saying, though. How do we know it's completely unprompted?
We're only getting one half of the story.
I think so. Don't get me wrong. I think that these things do happen. Some just people freak out. But I think when people make these stories, you're leaving out a little bit of information, aren't you? What did you do? Hey man, how you doing today? I think it's some stuff that's just being like, hey, just let you know I'm in line, whatever. I'm in line because you get a message like that from DoorDash sometimes. I'm in line, picking up your order! Exclamation point. I bet some person would be like, make it quick. Just a little. Just so.
Yeah. Piss him off. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you driving so slow? Okay, buddy, fuck you. I just wouldn't deliver it though. I wouldn't pee on the order. No, you know what you would actually need to do? You don't pee on the order. You still deliver it. You just shake the bag up. You go, "Oh, there's liquid." Fucking put it down. Still good food, but it's like, oh, now it's all over the place.
I'm sure piss all over it. Appalled
fries all over the bag.
By this, the woman asked what was going on.
You bitch, I piss on you.
And all he said was, and I quote, "You bitch, I piss on you," before ending the conversation.
I don't know. Where is I have? DoorDasher's name is Negman. Where is I have? Front porch.
All he said was, and I quote, "You bitch, I piss on you," before ending the conversation. The woman called the police and allegedly got his car impounded. However, when she posted the DMs to r/DoorDash expecting sympathy, many of the customers found the situation funny, which enraged her even more. It is funny. In fact, also.
Oh, it is funny. No, it actually is funny. I would also like try and get him fired, but in the moment I'd be like, that's kind of hilarious. I'd be annoyed. I'd be annoyed for like 5 minutes because I'd be like, fucking hell, man. Now I need to order more food. And then you get him fired, and then you fucking,
fucking get
order again.
Over it. It's one meal.
You guys see this is funny? Yeah. See, that she definitely fucking did something.
I think she did.
Yeah, and why are you posting it on Reddit assuming that people are going to be sympathetic towards you? That's our first problem. Some guy peed on my DoorDash order. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so upsetting. Oh, I would be so upset if I were you. Oh my God. My heart goes out to you.
Another driver was arrested after she got caught pepper spraying a customer's order. Courtney Stevenson had just finished delivering an Arby's order.
Bro, I heard about this one. Was this one recent? I feel like I saw this on TikTok. Yeah, 2025.
He got caught pepper spraying a customer's order. Courtney Stevenson had just finished delivering an Arby's order to a home in Evansville, Indiana, when she pulled out a small bottle of mace from her keychain and sprayed it inside around the bag. When the customers brought it inside and began eating, the wife began to choke and vomit, claiming her throat was burning. It's horrible, but it's also just... It would, I mean, like, the fumes...
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like unless you ordered something that was like really spicy, wouldn't you be like, wait, this is like foul?
Alone would be so insane that once again it's a Midwest couple being like, oh goddamn, chicken of China, the Chinese chicken, this shit is popping. Opens it up.
Yeah, you'd have to smell it.
It's not that bad, Carol.
Arby's just smells like pepper spray base. Bro, I've never eaten Arby's. At least that I remember. I think I've eaten Arby's maybe once.
I told you should have went with General Chow's. Courtney was charged with 2 counts of battery resulting in moderate injury, 2 counts of consumer
It's like fucking biochemical warfare, dude. You're spraying food with fucking pepper spray?
product tampering, and was banned from DoorDash. The horse.
Can we, do we get a reasoning? I hate when it's just like, we say this, we move on. I want to be like, why did you do that? Like, what made you go, I'm going to spray this order with pepper spray? Also, horrible fit. Horrible fit. We got blue jeans, a long black leather jacket, and just a tucked in white shirt. Ugh.
A driver named Olivia was caught up in a massive scandal after receiving a delivery. The instructions stated to leave it on the front steps of the home, which I will say, the delivery note option.
This was the one that like blew up, where it was like there was like a naked man on a couch and she took a picture of him and she was saying that he was like waiting for her with the door open, but he said that she opened the door. I don't even know what actually the full result was of this case. I feel like she got like fined or something.
The delivery note option might as well not even be there because I've never seen them actually do it. It's almost always disregarded. I digress. When Olivia arrived, she noticed the door just slightly creaked open. After a brief inspection, she could see a naked homeowner asleep on the couch. Instead of
filming him's wild.
Walking away and reporting the customer on the app, she decided it would be a good idea to walk further into his home and record him. Everyone's probably seen this.
Her walking further into his home is a claim made later by the man in court. There's no publicly available evidence.
Story by now, but it still appalls me. I can't believe it. She then went home and uploaded the footage to TikTok, claiming she had been sexually assaulted.
Wait, hold up. This is a lot. Contrary to popular belief, the video you just watched is the only publicly available evidence. No original upload or ring cam video exists on the internet in which she opens the door that was slightly ajar, or we were not able to find it. The screenshots from the deleted video is just a chop of the original footage. In the only video that is on the internet, she does not touch the door, she does not enter the house, and she's very clearly follows the instructions from the note on the app, which, if followed, would force anyone to see the man on the couch. Yeah, I think that's like, that's where we're in this weird gray area where it's like, okay, well, why is this dude butt naked on the couch? And why is his door unlocked? And was it open? The only other existing footage is the additional footage mentioned in the police report is not public and therefore does not specify what the footage is. Oh my God, so it's not on social media, but the police have it? There's no publicly available video of her opening
If you
the
see
door.
a naked person sleeping...
Hold up. Although there are some really bad AI okay.
If you see a naked person sleeping, is that assault?
He's in his own home. I think where you get into the debate is why, yeah, you're allowed to be naked in your own home. That's not illegal. I'm saying if he ordered food and was naked in front of the door and left the door wide open, that's a problem. The debate comes from the idea of whether or not the door was open to begin with, right?
That's the gray area. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know how cracked it was, blah, blah, blah. I digress. To me, it sounds like a drunk man ordered food and passed out on his couch, whatever. If it was fully open and it was a screen door and the person's naked there.
Yeah, and it's also different if he was, like, awake and, like, doing something versus him just being, like, passed out, drunk, asleep, naked. The door was probably cracked. She should have just left it and then opened it, saw him naked, and then filmed it. I don't really know, though. Like, I don't want to assume.
Actually, that would be like, what the fuck are you doing? The internet did not side with her and called her insane for walking into someone's home, even if the door was slightly open. Things would only escalate when she continued to post online, screaming at the top of her lungs and doubling down that she was sexually assaulted and how DoorDash was in the wrong for banning her. When local police got hold of her footage, they determined that the man was clearly drunk and asleep on his couch. This clearly indicated that there was no assault or wrongdoing since he was in his...
Yeah, like, that's what I was saying. Like, if he was, like, left the door cracked and he was, like, fucking, like, jorking it or some shit on the couch, like, that'd be, like, way fucking worse. But, like, I think the way that the lawyers are mocking it up against her was drunk man ordered DoorDash, fell asleep naked on the couch. Door was probably cracked. She should have just dropped the bag off, left, saw the door was cracked, opened the door, saw him naked, opened it more, filmed him. I don't know, though. Like, I have no idea how this turned out.
But however, in January of 2026, she was charged with 2 felonies, 1 charge of unlawful surveillance, and another
Oh, she got fucking charged?
no assault or wrongdoing since he was in his own home. For months, Olivia would defend her actions, but however, in January of 2026, she was charged with 2 felonies, 1 charge of unlawful surveillance, and another of dissemination of unlawful surveillance images, each carrying a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. The saying a few bad apple ruins the whole bunch is definitely applies to delivery drivers, as we've all had annoying experiences dealing with them. For some people, messing with their food is enough to put an entire app on their shit list, which justifiably so. Most of them do their jobs correctly, but there are plenty of drivers that seem absolutely incapable of doing.
But like, if it was like crap, why would she do that? That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know, man. We're never gonna know though. If it's like the lawyers have this video that isn't released to the public of like her opening the door, then that's like the biggest thing. Is like if the door wasn't open and she opened the door, then it's fully on her. It's literally one or the other.
So the next time you order food online and it gets delivered correctly, be respectful. After all, you never know how insane their shift has been, right guys? And also too, I will say, I mean, have respect for the DoorDash driver and stuff. It's a meal. It's a meal. Granted, you paid money for it or whatever. If they didn't deliver in the right spot and you had to walk a few extra feet to get to whatever, or you had to do X, it's not the end of the fucking world. You know, did somebody fuck up your order and you had to, you know, you had to like live with another thing? These things don't make it justifiably okay just to be like, well, I guess I'm just gonna get walked over. But at the same time, just like let it fucking go, man. Or just don't order through the app anymore. You choose a different one.
Yeah, I think it's like, from a customer perspective, if you're having like repeated bad experiences, like just stop ordering food. You know what I mean? That was a good video though. I did enjoy that. We gotta do push-ups, I know. How Wawa is beating fast food companies at their own game. Before we even get into this chat, who knows what Wawa is? Who knows what Wawa is? If you don't, it's basically 7-Eleven, but better. It's a superstore gas station. I would say the equivalent of a Wawa. Wawa's like northeast/east. I would say for like southern people, Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's a lot larger, but people perceive Buc-ee's as the same way that people in the northeast perceive Wawa. A very loved store, right? All the athletes, you know, get sponsored by Wawa. Most Eagles players are sponsored by Wawa. Not most, but a lot.
Steak shorty. My bag. Hello, would you like to try a sample? How are you today, sir? Do you have a rewards card today?
It's
Sample? They ain't ever dealing out samples in Wawa. That was straight for the video, bro. That pissed me off. There was never somebody Kim outside of fucking Wawa handing out samplers.
Would you like to try a sample?
Never.
How are you today, sir? Do you have a rewards card today?
It's 10 a.m. on a Monday, and we're at a Wawa, one of America's largest convenience store chains, right outside of Philadelphia.
8:30. Have a great day.
Gobbler's back. And you're stuck behind the guy that's getting 9 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, let me get one of those. Let me get one of those Camel Crushes on the top left. Yeah. Do you have any of that? Do you have any of that Red Man chew? Oh yeah, I'll get one of those. Yep.
Then he pulls out a wad of cash, but it's unorganized. That's a casual experience at Wawa. Pulls out a fucking wad of cash. It's just like, it was just in his pocket. It wasn't even in his wallet. Just fucking,
yeah. Let me just rummage through here.
Just pulling out fucking a $5 bill, a 20, a 10, a 50. He just has it all.
Today's the first day of the Gobbler.
Oh, don't get me started about... I'm a Gobbler hater. Dude, the Gobbler is this... If you don't know... Okay, see, I'm talking about this like people know what this is. The Wawa Gobbler is this big promo they have at this store, like, for a month straight. And they're like, dude, come get the Gobbler at Wawa. And they get, like, Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts to be like, like eating the gobbler. Yo, it's fucking disgusting. It's an entire Thanksgiving meal in one sandwich.
It's limited time offers inspired by Thanksgiving. Food has helped Wawa build a
Yuck! Yuck!
fiercely loyal fan base, what some call a cult-like.
Now that's a little extreme. Getting a Wawa tattoo? Oh, no.
I love Wawa. I don't even get gas. I get food.
I love their products.
That is a lot of people. They're phasing those out, but they used to have, like, it used to be like a 7-Eleven where you could just get food, but now most Wawas are also gas stations. Patrick Welsh, Wawa customer.
Their sandwiches, their coffee.
I love their sandwiches. They even have some cool selections for drinks. It's really just a great old time.
Any cult following starts with each customer, each visit, each transaction.
Hey, Chris Geisens. He spoke at my high school.
Turning in it.
Hey, Chris Geisens. Rock on. CEO of Wawa.
To something more than it should be. We have 5 minutes with our customers. Make it the best 5 minutes of their day.
Have a nice day.
Expansion has been rapid. Revenue has more than doubled. And it's
Ooh, a little stagnated here. Uh-oh. That worries me. Wawa. Wawa. Wawa, what the fuck?
And it's
We need to be on the up and up. We got to spread worldwide. We're making a monopoly here, Wawa. What are we fucking doing? We're at 18.9 billion, 18.8. That's bad.
revenue has more than doubled. And its workforce has grown by nearly 90% over the past decade. But competition is fierce.
Yeah, half of those people are New Jersey gas attendants.
But competition is fierce. Convenience store chains are perfecting food. And fast food chains are expanding options and offering value deals and more customization.
You're going to see...
Dude, the order screen at Wawa is like the perfect UI. Chat, you have never... If you're ever in a state that has a Wawa, go there. It's not going to be some mind-boggling experience. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, your life's going to change, you know? But if you go to a Wawa, you're going to leave that and be like, wow, that would be, like, really nice to have. You know, open 24/7, they always have, like, a bunch of meal options. It's like a million fast food places in one. You could get salads, hoagies, sandwiches, soup, mac and cheese, hot dogs, milkshakes, smoothies, re-energy fucking, like, juices. It's like, dude, it's fucking espresso, cold brew. You can fucking get anything at a fucking Wawa. Whole pizza you get at fucking Wawa, you know? Lotto tickets, Zins. Maybe heroin in the back, but they're not associated. It'd be another guy. Gamer Sups. Try it. Code BART. 10% off. Free shipping. Free sample pack at checkout. You could get cups. Powdered tubs. Or cans. Link in description. Bye.
Continued expansion of high-quality food service in the convenience industry. And if anything, the quick service restaurants better watch out, because if you can get better food faster at a gas station, that kind of changes everything.
But with an estimated $18.8 billion in annual revenue and nearly 1,200 stores, Wawa is holding its own against public players like 7-Eleven and Casey's.
Yo, fuck Casey's! Yo, fuck Casey's for the motherfucker! Yo! Earlier before this stream started, or earlier before this video started, some motherfucker in my chat was like, oh, Casey's is better than all of them. Yo, 2,800 stores, 15.9 billion in revenue. 1,100 stores, 18.8 billion in revenue. Oh, which one's more successful? Honestly, if you crunch the numbers too, I'm pretty sure Wawa's even doing better than 7-Eleven. Per Wawa is making more money. How many stores do you have? 0.
So can it keep up the momentum?
What a fucking awkward intro. God, a millennial pause.
Just 2 miles away, at Wawa's headquarters, the Innovation Center is testing new hoagies, or subs.
Bro, they're hiring people. What is that? See, no, that's something I'm going to complain about, is I love their options, but they also have a lot of fucking weird shit that no one orders. Like, because they just have a million. Okay, so they have fucking 300 ingredients, and they go, we're just gonna make 85 different things that have these ingredients in them. So then they just hire people to like come up with these weird ideas. Stop having that shit. Just have everything be custom and let me put it on it. Stop. This is something I'm gonna complain about. They came out with this panini sandwich. It's a panini with turkey, cheese, garlic sauce, honey hot sauce, and mac and cheese. It's amazing, okay? I have a few things I would like to change, all right? I'm going to order it, but I have a few things I'd like to change. When I go to custom panini, I'm not allowed to add the mac and cheese on the custom panini, and that pisses me off. That fucking grinds my gears, okay? See, so now, hey, Chris Geisens, if you're watching this fucking video, hey, pal, maybe change that. Maybe make it so I can put mac and cheese on my fucking panini without having to order the fucking specialty sandwich that they fucking want me to order.
Sauces, coffees, and smoothies.
So this is...
Yeah, I got 98 fucking flavors of smoothies, dude.
Second round of samples?
I got dragon fruit. Some shit you've never even heard of. You've heard of dragon fruit. They have other weird shit.
We send back out several concepts to our wingmates panel.
Aside from the dozens of fresh...
Oh my God, right there, dude. That's like heaven. Yo, you click one, it expands to like 9 different options, and you can just be tapping that shit. Like, just searching that shit. It's amazing.
Aside from the dozens of fresh food and beverage options available to customers in-store, Wawa offers 15 limited-time items every year. The Gobbler, around Thanksgiving...
Nobody fucking eats the Gobbler, bro. I need to see the numbers on this shit. I don't know anybody that's ordered the Gobbler. Everybody in New Jersey goes to fucking Wawa. I don't know a single person that eats the Gobbler. I do? Okay, Zod does, bruh. Zod eats the Gobbler. You've craved that. You've been like, damn, the Gobbler's back. A sandwich with mashed potatoes, turkey, gravy, and cranberry sauce. Oh, it's dripping too.
Year. The Gobbler, around Thanksgiving,
Yuck.
is its most popular. Coffee is a big deal. There are...
What's another fucking specialty sandwich that Wawa has seasonally that's popular? They have Hoagie Fest. And Hoagie Fest is like the fucking... Dude, when I see Hoagie Fest, all of the sandwiches, I'm pretty sure, are the same fucking price. So if you get a 6-inch or a 12-inch, they're the same price. So when I see a motherfucker on Hoagie Fest, or it's like $4 and $5. No, it's like, if you get a 6-inch hoagie, say it's like $4. Regularly, the 12-inch would be like $8 or like $10. But a Hoagie Fest is like $4 and $5. Just get the fucking bigger one. But I see people get the 6-inch hoagie. What are you fucking doing? You're just wasting money.
Already 9 variations at its stores.
We used to have...
Some people are health conscious. It's a 12-inch hoagie, brother. Cut that bitch in half. Oh, Chris Geisens, lock in.
Different third parties, Dunkin' or Pizza Hut was part of our offer here. And customers said to us, we trust you, we trust your food, we trust the brand you are. And so now every product we sell here that's food or fresh beverages or Wawa branded.
I think it offers a nice tart flavor.
All right, I'm gonna get some slurpant.
A focus on food is...
All right, we're getting a little snobbish with the science here for the Wawa. I mean, dude, the people that are getting the coffee are pulling up at 4 a.m. They're truckers.
Paying off. Customers who shop at both Wawa and quick service chains Burger King, Wendy's, or Starbucks have been shopping more frequently with Wawa than with the others since 2023. And breakfast is the clear winner. Morning meal traffic increased by 5% at food-forward convenience stores like Wawa, while QSRs only increased by 1% in August 2025.
The big thing Wawa figured out is if you look at all of the negatives that were historically associated with the gas station industry, the bathrooms, maybe the last resort food, Wawa flipped all of that and decided to turn those into positives.
Wawa's customers...
They don't like crackheads in the bathroom. I mean, like, what the fuck are we... Dude, like, that's what... They're trying to flip those into positives. So, you know, the things that normally are not perceived, that's what they do, bro. The bathrooms are clean because they have locks on them. At ones of high traffic areas, like, dude, they just don't why would you? I'm not saying
to their bathrooms, okay?
Yeah, I think that's odd. If you're an Uber Eats driver, you should be able to take a fucking piss. It's different if you're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking sponge bath myself in the McDonald's bathroom, but it's like, hey, I'm here to pick up an order. By the way, can I fucking piss real quick?
Assholes. And many don't care and continue to enforce the ban, meaning many drivers are forced to make frequent pit stops and even piss in bottles trucker style. I mean, come on, dude. Stop at a gas station. That's not that big of a deal, is it?
It's not on my route.
What's an average interaction with a fan? I'm a fan. And now I'm me. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Dude, I watch you all the time. And I go, oh, really? That's awesome. He goes, bro, I love your YouTube videos. I was watching you 2 days ago. Can I get a picture? Yeah. Take a picture, tap him up, have a good day. That's it. Regular interaction. But see, you have 100 interactions, you're bound to have like 3 or 4 that are just weird. The common awkward interaction is they go for a fist bump, I go for a dap up, or vice versa, and then we hit the awkward switch. And then it's like, oh. Meeting a fan annoy you? No. It doesn't annoy me meeting a fan. It annoys me when they stare at me from 50 yards away for an extended period of time because either A, they're not sure that it's me, or B, they're just too scared to walk up to me, especially if they're in a group and they're all kind of hovering around each other and just constantly looking up and staring at me. It like ruins the potential for me to have a fun time if I'm like out and doing something nice because they're kind of just like stalking me from afar. Like, just walk up to me. And so what I've done now is I've gotten pretty good at, like, if I see them, I know they know who I am because there's, like, a certain stare they give. So I just break that so I don't have to deal with that. And I walk up to them and I go, do you know who I am? And I've never had somebody yet go, no, because it's pretty obvious. Like, they're going, staring at their phone, staring at me. So I just walk up to them. I go, you know me. And they go, yeah. I go, thank fuck. I usually go, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to break, like, the awkward. The only time I've ever denied people of taking a photo was when I've been in a hurry. Like, there was one, literally, while I was coming back from the trip with Jack, there were 2 guys that recognized me. I'm literally walking to my gate. They're actively boarding. They go, Joe Bart. I go, yeah, bro, what's up? And I just keep walking. And I'm like, fuck, I know they wanted to talk to me, but, like, I had to get on my plane, you know? So it's like shit like that. It's like, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, damn, they probably thought I was annoyed. But, like, I'm not annoyed. I just, like, I gotta dip.
Even the robots that Uber employs are being targeted and destroyed. In Philadelphia, both restaurants and residents were excited about Uber's plan to deploy delivery robots in the city, but some angry citizens had other plans. Which, dude, fucking clankers, what are you excited?
Yeah, or, well, if that happens, if you have, like, a delivery bot fucking try to deliver your shit, it flips over, it can't autocorrect itself. So does the app just cancel your order and refund you? Or do they be like, oh, we need to get a service agent to come fucking fix it?
Citizens had other plans. Which, dude, fucking clankers, what are you excited for? Clankers rolling around your city? There's these little drones taking our jobs.
The homeless are fighting back, though.
I'm glad.
After The homeless people in big cities are fighting delivery bots.
Only 1 month, multiple robots had been completely destroyed or vandalized. Many were left to decay on the streets as well. Online, multiple videos show people kicking them and sitting on them. Others purposely block and place them off their set path.
Oh, it is easy to get food out of them. I wonder how hard the lock is to break. But if you are a homeless person, it's like, you know, you're not really hurting anybody stealing that food.
Sitting on them. Others purposely block and place them off their set path, causing them further delayed deliveries. This hate for delivery robots runs deep, my friends. And in fact, one man has an entire social media account dedicated to aggressively screaming and harassing any delivery robots they see in LA.
Watch what you do. Don't come at me. Don't come. You're going in a fucking shade. Don't you dare.
Arvin is on duty? Wait, are these operated by people? Or are they just giving this robot a fucking name?
Come at me like that. No, excuse you. Excuse you.
Are you under the Terminator 2 mentality?
Wait, what? Most delivery robots are highly autonomous, not remote controlled. There are there's humans on standby in case something goes wrong. That's the same thing with Waymos. Like, Waymos are AI self-driven, but there's, like, people in case something goes wrong. I hate how they just give them names, dude. Why are we giving a name to a fucking robot? It's the delivery robot, bro. Arvin. Arvin's on duty.
Exactly. Just in case there's a conscious in there.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, delivery robot. Joe, hope you're having a good day.
You will fall.
After all this, Uber still plans to keep the robots in the city, claiming they were designed to be tampered with and send alerts when they break down.
There you go. They should have them explode if people mess with them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they let out just straight fart spray. You get near it and start fucking with it, it just starts spraying you. You just reek of shit the next fucking 3 days.
Oh, you clinger.
5, 4,
What?
3, 2.
I mean, Akira.
Mark Rober type shit. Yeah, just fucking sprays you with mace. Straight bear spray to the eyes. Move out of the fucking way. I have somebody's Arby's steak nuggets to deliver. If you don't move in 3, 2, 1.
Like Sarah Connor. Ah! It's probably well known by now, but DoorDash as a company is extremely evil and has been caught treating its workers horribly on multiple occasions. What's fucked up is it's still an app on my phone. Is that food addiction? You tell me. Recently, the company had to pay out nearly $17 million to its drivers because from 2017 to 2019, it was caught using customer tips to subsidize drivers' base pay rather than adding tips to the overall payout. That is so fucking scummy. I'll do you one better, Nick.
Well, isn't it also proven that, like, there is somebody, I don't know if it was DoorDash or Uber Eats, but there was, like, a whistleblower that said that these apps, number one, or adding priority, like if you pay $3 for a priority order, it does actually nothing. It's like a myth. It's just farming money out of you. And then on top of that, like they have a system, like an AI like computation thing to give a desperate rating to its workers. And the higher your desperate rating, the lower the order like monetary amount they'll give you. If you're somebody that works for like Uber Eats and you are really scrounging for cash, you're going to have a high desperate rating, and therefore they're just going to give you the shittiest orders because you're just bound to take them. And so if you're like more of a casual Uber driver, they're going to incentivize you by giving you better orders that make you more money, like per order. Like a desperate Uber driver might make more money, but they're doing more orders that are shittier. I don't know if that's like definitively proven, but I remember that was like a big thing like a little bit ago.
Hey, order some Taco Bell?
Yeah. All right, well, they got me. It's gone. Definitely not downloading it as soon as I'm done.
Definitely not reinstalling that app in 15 minutes. Well, here's the weird thing is, are they owned by different companies? Like, is Uber Eats and DoorDash competitors? Because when you use both of them, they're identical in UI. Like, if you use, I've used both. They're identical. Isn't that not weird? Like, if you use them, like, it looks slightly different, but, like, the same scroll page, they just look the exact same. Like, if you're on the app, you have no idea which one you're using. They're definitely not identical. They're very similar.
In 2025, air traffic control workers up in the tower at Chicago O'Hare Airport noticed a small red car driving across runways and into restricted areas.
Wait, what? Delivery driver finds way onto secured areas at O'Hare Airport, drives miles before being spotted.
And into restricted areas. What the hell is that? Little Dr. Seuss car driving across. When they alerted
were they doing it? Were they just like insane driving on the runway, or were they trying to like get a shortcut to deliver food faster?
Airport security. They stopped the car and discovered a 36-year-old man trying to fulfill a DoorDash delivery.
I'm on the tarp.
Oh, sorry, I'm lost. I don't know how I got here. I was just following the Uber Eats GPS.
Back.
Did I take a wrong turn? Oh, God! I fly right above him. Whoa! How could you get in this area?
I think he's just an old guy who got lost.
He's 36!
Yeah, he's not an old guy. I mean, you'd have to pass barriers, dude. I feel like he'd have to drive through a fucking fence. Like, you can't just mistakenly drive onto a runway. Like, he was right next to an airplane.
An old guy who got lost. Yeah, if he was an 84-year-old man, I'd be like, well, yeah, he's what are you supposed to do? 36 and being like, well, I don't see why. How did you get there? How did you get past the gates? Do you think
it's not even get past the gates? Like, airport runways are so big. Chicago O'Hare Airport is so massive that it's like for him to get to an airport gate, he would have driven like 2 miles on this fucking runway. Like, he would have been passing planes that were actively moving around him.
He just did, I have a DoorDash, and they're like, And they opened the gate. I mean, what the fuck happened? Apparently, he just drove straight through the gate at the front of the tarmac and began driving for miles up and down the active runway. I mean, there's planes everywhere, dude.
Well, once they saw him, they probably grounded everything.
You know what? The thing earlier,
your flight gets delayed. Sorry, there's actually a man in a smart car that is driving around our runway. We will be taking off as soon as he gets the fuck off.
Men doing this are so stupid. Where am I supposed to go? What terminal are you at? What gate? It was determined that this is somehow completely unintentional. An investigation ended up with the man being let go without any charges. How?
How did he unintentionally drive into an dude? Because it's like right when you notice you're on a runway, wouldn't you just turn around? Like, okay, sure, he drives through the gate thinking that he's going into a gated neighborhood. But then the second he's on like a tarmac and he's not chain mall, but like kind of like a strip is something that's probably gone out of business or just died off, where they have like a lot of vacancies.
The town center. It's like we're building a new capitalism forward vision for the country. That worked out. I'm so glad we did that. In the mid-70s, 33% of US retail sales occurred in malls or shopping centers. A decade later, the number had grown to 52%. Concentrating the bulk of commerce into one centrally located center made one-stop shopping for holidays a breeze. And as a result, big event days like Black Friday made it very seductive to get shoppers into a building with thousands of stores to shop in, and it's not even 1,000, it's like 10. Why did I lie? This also led to stores waging—
Yo, actually though, bro, a mall could have 100 stores, 5 of them are interesting. 5. I could walk past fucking 30 stores in a mall, be like, dud, dud, dud. This place has gizmos. I'm in. And then I walk in. It's all ass, shitty products, overpriced. Walk out. Repeat the same process. Annie Ann's, yeah, you gotta do the traditional stop at Annie Ann's, grab some pretzel nugs and a large lemonade that makes you feel like you've never had water in your entire life after you're done drinking it.
Malls were the temple of materialism in the 80s, but the congregation was made up of yuppies. Yuppie is a term that stands for young, professional, upwardly mobile baby boomers. Yuppies are just young people with a bunch of money in their pocket, and they were baby boomers.
Millennials now. Millennials are the generation that have money but don't have kids, and that's why you see Disney adults. Disney adults are 85% of the time millennials because they don't have kids and they're probably dating somebody, so they're having a shared income and they could just blow it.
They suck overall. These young baby boomers had lost their hippie ethos after living through the recession, inflation, and high unemployment.
We're going to glance past it, but one of those people is naked.
This era gave birth to people like Donald Trump and TV shows like The Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. Poor people love looking at rich people. Excess was celebrated, and luxury purchases were an important status symbol. The attitude was so prevalent that Newsweek named 1984 the year of the yuppie. Aspirational purchases became common as credit was passed out like candy. In fact, credit card debt doubled in 1980 to 1985 and then doubled again from 1985 to 1990. And I think it's very—
That fast? God damn. It is crazy that modern businesses' methodology, or like bank methodology, is try to get your customers or people that bank with you to accrue enough debt that they're able to pay it off, but that they physically cannot handle more. So they have so much debt that they're stuck in a cycle of paying you back, and they're never going to be able to fully pay you back. And then once they get a little bit of that debt back, get them to accrue more debt, so they're able to fucking fully be locked in on your system.
Even nowadays, if you see someone living a luxurious lifestyle on the internet or even in your neighborhood, you're like, how is Tom affording that boat and BMW? They're putting it on their credit card, and they're going to have to pay off debt for the rest of their lives. Genuinely, do not try and keep up with these people. They're just indebting themselves. We're all broke. They're lying. I want to put that moral onto you guys. I realized that way too late in life. These people are just in enormous amounts of debt. Speaking of debt,
I think the end of the debt cycle, or what triggered the end of like, oh wow, we're all fucked, is Klarna. I think Klarna and the idea of being able to buy now, pay later for things that cost $30 and you could pay in increments is fucked. It's not like, oh, you're buying this on a credit card. It's like you're buying this, but you're going to owe us, like, you could buy a burrito for fucking $10 and pay it off over 4 months. Don't buy the burrito if you need to use Klarna. And Klarna's a failing business because they're marketing themselves to people that don't pay back debt. If you're a guy that is going to Klarna pay a fucking Uber Eats order, you're probably not going to pay that back ever. So they're just in debt. Like, I'm pretty sure Klarna loses money. I don't know if they're ever making... I feel like I got to Google that. Does Klarna make money? They got to be in debt. Like, crippling debt. They make money through merchant fees. Okay, that's not telling me... That's telling me how they make money. Does Klarna profit? They had a net profit in 2024 after a 2023 loss. A loss in 2025, though. They had a net loss of $244 million in 2023 and a profit of $21 million in 24. So they're barely squeaking through in business terms.
Many of these credit purchases revolved around one of Black Friday's most popular
Maybe it's late game, you know? Maybe they have to accrue the debt and they'll make it back later, but I don't know.
sale items, electronics. Between 1980 and 1989, sales of electronic products increased over $150 billion. And it makes sense. It's 1989, baby. Get yourself a personal computer. Type on that bitch. I don't care. Get yourself a television, a stereo system, video game consoles. It's all good, baby. And Black Friday electronic sales is a trend that still happens to this day. Surveys suggest that approximately 75% of all in-store Black Friday shoppers plan to buy electronics. And one of the most common electronics...
I mean, what else are you gonna fucking buy? Clothes? I feel like electronics is usually what has the highest, like, markdown. Because they have high profit margins. So usually it's like clothes aren't going to be something that they mark down a lot.
Regardless, Black Friday TV sales are so common that the mentality is in America that you should not buy a TV until it's Black Friday, because it's stupid to do so otherwise. Retailers report that the average discount on a TV during Black Friday will be 23%. But if everyone is offering such steep discounts, how does a retailer stand out in the crowd? It's not like they're gonna slash their own bottom lines, right? Of course not. Instead, they'll just slash the quality of life and well-being of their employees. I'm talking about a phenomenon called Black Friday creep, which is part of Christmas creep, the idea that retailers start holiday-themed sales well before the traditional season starts. Massive retailers like Amazon and Walmart...
Yeah, but that's what made Black Friday no longer like a big deal.
...offer an entire Black Friday week for some items. Best Buy starts its Black Friday sales...
Well, that's Cyber Monday. But then you'll see, like, dude, what's a store that does, like, heavy Black Friday stuff? I feel like it's not Best Buy does it a lot. Yeah, fucking starting November 8th all the way through Cyber Monday. So it's a whole month. But I'm pretty sure like Walmart or like a big chain did Black Friday from like October.
The week before Thanksgiving, and Target
like all the way through like mid-December.
Target starts its early...
Yeah, Target November 1st through December 24th. It's not even Black Friday. Now it's, yeah, holiday savings.
Black Friday sale at the beginning of November.
Many at 40% off or higher. Like, that's lame as fuck, bro. The biggest sale you're going to have is 40% off base price. You need to have some shit that's like 90% off.
Early Black Friday.
I need to be able to buy a fucking toaster for $1.
Sale at the beginning of November.
For you to motivate people to actually pull up.
Race to the starting line of Christmas shopping, we got so bad in the early 2000s that employees were getting pissed because you had to work on Thanksgiving. In 2009, Kmart became the first major retailer to start its holiday sale on Thanksgiving, opening their doors at 8 p.m. for early Black Friday shopping, which, just so we're clear, was only 4 hours away from their normal opening hours, which was midnight. So why the f*** are you doing this? But not to be outdone, by 2013, shops like Target, Toys R Us, Walmart, Sears, and Macy's started opening up on Thanksgiving too. But in an insane bit of marketing, instead of calling it Thanksgiving...
Wow, dude. Like, imagine being the guy all the way in the back of the fucking line over there. Why are you even trying? Why are you even trying? Like, I feel like I'm going home.
Retailers tried to rebrand it as Gary Thursday. Who the f*** is Gary? And imagine being a retail worker it's like, don't worry, you're not gonna go see your family on Thanksgiving. No, today you're gonna be working Gary Thursday. Does that sound good to you? Gary Thursday was met with widespread opposition from workers, and the pandemic Christmas season effectively put an end to it. But that hasn't stopped the overall Black Friday creep. Online shopping has enabled retailers to offer digital deals early without the hassle of in-store displays or staffing. Not only does this benefit companies by pushing sales with less overhead, but it also alleviates the sheer number of shoppers in their brick and mortar shops on
the sheer number of shoppers ruining their businesses, or more so the workers that have to be fucking fearful of their life during a Target Black Friday deal as they watch people push down the doors and trample each other to grab and they have to check that person out.
This was a welcome change from the Y2K era of Black Friday, which became overcrowded and, in general,
like that guy could have died.
Extremely dangerous. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the part of the script where I talk about people dying, so grab your popcorn and your true crime headset and let's get into it. Also, I'm wearing a hat now. Don't mention it, my hair was pissing me off. Between 2006 and 2021, at least 17 deaths and more than 100 injuries were tied to Black Friday shopping. For many, the most...
Oh, what? 17 deaths? That's more than one a year. I would have assumed like 5 people died.
For many, the most wonderful time of the year turns bloody in the name of good sales. Good shopping. Which makes me wonder, what limited edition release or outstanding discount would be worth getting harmed? Well, let's find out, shall we? It's time to play a...
It's gonna be, oh my god, is this gonna be like a game show? Am I gonna be able to guess? It's gonna be, like vacuums or TVs, headphones, speakers. It's going to be anything in the back of a Walmart or just a Best Buy. It's going to be tech. I feel like even somebody probably died like trying to get a hoverboard. So around that area as well. Probably the hoverboard season. Imagine being the kid that asked for a hoverboard and your parents fucking die trying to get you one.
The rules are simple, and that was actually real though. If you use code SIT, you get $1 for the first month. The rules are simple. I'm going to show you a deal, and we're going to decide just how far someone would be willing to go to obtain that deal. What deadly extremes await? Let's find out. In 2011, Walmart offered a 4 gigabyte, which is crazy, Xbox 360 Connect bundle.
4 gigabyte? 4 gigabyte. There were games that you could play on an Xbox 360 that were below 4 gigabytes? What game? Even a Call of Duty on the Xbox 360 was probably, what, like 30 gigabytes? 40? Not a digital? Ooh, yeah, if you had a disc copy, how much disc space would it take?
For $199.96 plus a $50 gift.
Yo, you know a movie I'm hyped for? The new Hunger Games, but that's not coming out for like a year. Do they got the trailer for that? We'll watch that real quick, too, if they got it. Oh, my God, they do. It came out 2 days ago. We're watching another trailer. Dude, it's about Haymitch's Hunger Games where there's twice as many opponents. I really believe that they could just fucking film slop Hunger Games movies over and over again, just going back in time or in the future or whatever, and just fucking, dude, literally just show random Hunger Games. Just be like, this was the 33rd Hunger Games. This was the 38th Hunger Games. This was the 10th Hunger Games. And just fucking show, like, make it a weird map, some crazy stuff. Maybe bring a character in that's like, you know, you love them, like you want them to win. But like, not all just, you can't rave about District 12 every time. You know, you got, like, sometimes you gotta have a guy that's like a District 6 where he's like kind of a fucking, you know, Nepo baby, but he's also like humble about it. I haven't seen that dude having to stand around with your fucking name in a fishbowl just waiting for you to get pulled to get thrown into a death match is fucking horrifying. And the fact that, like, if you're broke and you fucking get, like, handouts for food, they put more of your fucking name in the bowl. Like, dude, it's a reverse raffle. It's literally a reverse raffle. Yo, sorry you're fucking dirt poor. We're going to put your name in this bowl 40 times. Everybody else does their name in it once. How many times did the one guy have his name in the bowl in, like, the first one? Wasn't it like 200 or some shit? It was like he had like a 40% chance of getting pulled. Yeah, no, it wasn't PETA. It was somebody. It was Gale. Yeah, Gale had like 80. It was like some absurd amount of... Dude, he's like, yeah, no, it's Hunger Games, bro. You haven't seen it. Mockingbird. Dud. Because I don't care. I know it's like the world building shit. I like the Hunger Games because I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy. Right? Like they're all getting thrown into like a death match. Mockingbird 1 and 2 where PETA's just like fucking strapped to a chair and he's like, ah! 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 I'm fucking, it's so stupid. It's like PETA's crazy. Like, oh my God. Like, I will say Catching Fire was awesome. Catching Fire was the best one. The second one was the best. Yo, chat, dead ass. Wait, twice as many tributes, so that means there's 4. Yo, it's cooked. 48 people, you have to be the one person that lives. Yo, it's just terrible RNG to get your name pulled when you're like 10. Like, you insta lose, you know? Like, if you're gonna get pulled for the Hunger Games, you want to be on, like, the back end, where you're, like, physically in shape. Why? Bro, because you're getting stoned to death. Imagine you're in the Hunger Games with, like, fucking Isaiah Pacheco. Or, like 22-year-old Gronk. And you're 10. You're getting killed in the first 10 seconds. Like, it's only 12 to 18. Okay, change it. You're 18-year-old Zion Williamson going against a fucking 5th grader. You know, you betraying your own like fucking faction or like division. Because they always, like, team up. It's kind of like an unwritten rule that, like, you low-key don't kill, like, the people in your sector until, like, the very end. Corny as fuck. She fucking blowing on her fingers for. What are you gonna go bowl a strike? You're about to run to a fucking cornucopia and get an arrow right into the back of the head. 3. Drying your nail polish? Pretty bad time to paint your nails now. Probably the worst time you could paint... Yo, unfair cornucopia, bro. What? Why are they doing this on a hill? Unfair cornucopia, if I fucking come out of the ground and I'm running uphill, I'm gonna be like, nah, time out. Nah, actually, time out, though. I would be like, no, put me like here. Because then you could just run straight towards it. Okay, no, actually, chat, you running towards the cornucopia or away? In this one, away. I think it depends on the environment, too. Like, this looks like you could oh, God, it's just such open land. I think ideally, like, you climb a mountain, get a bunch of food, fucking just vibe out until there's, like, 10 people. Weak-ass run! You're running for your life? You're running for your life, bro? Looks like you got a bag of bricks on your back. Oh, my God. I feel like I would be hauling ass. Hauling ass towards that shit. Like unreal level speed. Wait, did he just get pushed over or did he push somebody else over? Oh, he got pushed over. I don't want to say this is definitely what would happen, but like all the people in the Hunger Games that didn't want to be there would be so viscerally upset that like there would have to be a level of gore that would be unwatchable. You know what I mean? Like, all the Hunger Games, like, rich people in the Capitol, like, really want to see these kids kill each other. And, like, yeah, sure, maybe, like, an arrow to the head. They're like, oh, that's entertaining. Dude, imagine you just, like, literally mangle somebody. Like, they're not going to watch that. Like, they would turn away. They'd be like, oh, this is disgusting. The books have so much gore, it's wild. Bro, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't think they would actually watch that. Like, if you, like, cut somebody's head off and put it on a fucking, like, donations for that, actually. I'm gonna turn on what I just said. I think if you were that fucked up, the rich people would give you better stuff so you would win the game. Like, if you would maybe have, like, a part of the audience that would be like, oh, that's disgusting. But, like, if you, like, cut some guy's head off, they'd be like, oh, that's awesome. Let's send him stuff. The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't know if I like that title. Only in theaters, November 20th. So less than a year. 362 days. This seems much more colorful than the other movies. There's a strange tension, unease to it. I love it. Bro, I want one that's like I don't know. Did you guys like the most recent one? Like the first Hunger Games? I like the lore. Number 1, too much singing. Number 2, not really like entertaining. Like, the one part where in the first game, the big-ass guy smashes that girl's head in with a fucking stone and just goes,
Now we're even. Leave.
That shit was like, I remember being like 10 years old watching that in theaters, just being like, just like befuddled. Anyways, spoilers. Bro, that movie came out so long ago. When did the first Hunger Games come out? 2012, bro. Yeah, I was 10. It seems like it came out later, no? I feel like I was watching the Hunger Games in high school, but bro, like I was in elementary school, man. Block in chat. First video of the day.
Middle-aged man.
My guess is men, if they don't have...
It's usually a middle-aged man. It's usually a middle-aged man with lighting like this. And the photo of their face just like... And they'll say, and it'll be like, it'll have like their interests. I love reading their bio. That's like my funnest, that's like the funnest thing for me. I click on them and it'll be like, oh, this person's delivering. Knows English, Spanish, French, whatever languages they know. Their rating. And it's always funny when they have a shitty rating. I go, oh, I'm in for a ride. Dude, because like anything below 90% means like people don't fuck with them. And you'll see a guy will be like 84% fucking rate. I'm like, dude, he's about to get like fired. It'll be like loves blank. You got to bring that up. Do that shit. Next time you hop in an Uber, see their interests, bring it up. So, I heard you're a big fan of golf.
For the rest of the Instacart drivers that don't have this issue, it can be extremely challenging and dangerous. After receiving a regular order of groceries, a delivery driver walked up to a home and was shot by a man that thought he was an intruder. What? Why? Why would you do that? My DoorDasher's near. Did someone say Taco Bell? Oh my God, who are you? Ah!
You would sue for so much money, though.
Fucking forget that. Unless it's somebody in the house ordered it. It just seems like, I don't know.
This is what happened. He told
Well, and you're also shooting a guy that didn't even intrude. He's just outside of your house.
them, leave it at the door. The guy knocked.
You know what? If a DoorDash driver, I'll say this, I'll say this and I'll stand by it. For any reason, if a DoorDash driver opened my door to set my stuff inside, I'd shoot him.
Oh, he opened the door? That's, yeah, I don't know.
Hearing it out loud seems a bit excessive.
Somebody opens the door, yeah, you're getting blasted.
So there's no reason that a person should be opening my door to come inside my house. I would assume that something bad was happening. Was it that situation, or was it just a guy who was just like firing rounds through his front door?
I'd get a riot shield.
I'm gonna have the COD riot shield so I can walk up to my average DoorDash driver experience.
Like you're a rainbow character, just fucking like holding it down. What is that guy's name? Montagny?
It turns out that the man's wife placed the order and didn't tell her husband. So, when the motion detectors went off, the husband sprang into action and shot him with no hesitation.
What the fuck?
None. The motion sensors. Does he do that with animals? How many times have you had a motion sensor go off like a raccoon? All the time.
And you forgot that you ordered that shit or you didn't check, bro? Like, I think it'd be different if the guy was holding a weapon. But, like, your motion sensors go off, you spring up, you're worried, and then you see the guy's holding a bag of fucking food that says fucking Chipotle. I'm going, oh.
All the time.
That's when I bring out my gun.
Exactly. That's why I fire aimlessly. Maybe there's...
His wife ordered it. Still, would you not... Chat, before you shoot someone, are you not checking... Like, oh, he's just delivering food.
Whenever a customer places an order, they often feel entitled to have the driver do whatever it takes to get their groceries to their door, no matter how ridiculous of a feat it may become. One shopper accepted an unusual order of 4 24 packs of water bottles, 6 12 packs of water bottles, and 7 4 liters.
Yeah, see, that's like fucked up because then you're making that Uber driver carry like a shitload of weight. And why are you ordering water?
Of distilled water and 7 4 liters of mineral water. My God. When they reached the customer's home, they requested...
My lift is not working, just letting you know. You have to deliver at my doorstep. I live 17th floor. All right, so he's just fucking with him. All right, yo, my elevator doesn't work. You have to carry fucking 140 gallons of water. up to my fucking apartment. You have to use stairs. I want all the water bottles. Please don't cancel my water bottles. Otherwise, I have to complain against you. I don't think that there's a world where DoorDash or Uber Eats is siding with the customer here. The fucking elevator's broken. He's requesting me to carry hundreds of pounds of stuff up 17 fucking flights of stairs to get a $6 tip.
Building was broken. Newsflash. It's outside. Come do it yourself. And in the end, the customer canceled the job, leading to the shopper's $8 payment being rescinded and increasing their overall cancellation rate. That's fair. $8? Ah, this is a depressing job. Oh my God. Besides driving people around, Uber also offers a meal delivery service called Uber Eats that is notoriously terrible to work for. Like other food delivery service apps, they pay their workers very, very poorly. Because of this, some drivers come up with creative ways to earn better tips. Jade Phoenix was a full-time Uber Eats driver.
The thing that I see, not with Uber Feets girl. What? I was going to say, not with Uber Eats, but with Uber, the thing that I've seen is somebody picks you up. You usually go, hey, or the driver will go, hey, I'm going to drive you here. If you want to ride back, here's my number. Call me and just pay me cash, right? And then they'll get the full amount. And I've done that, right? And that's a little sketchy. I'm a guy, so it's like a little bit different. I'm not as nervous with it. But it's like, the guy drives me, it's $40, he's making like 20 of it because Uber's just taking a huge cut. And he'll be like, hey, I'm going to be in the area. If you need me in fucking 4 hours, call me. And then I'll just come pick you up. And so that's usually like a better move.
Driver who claimed
because then they're getting more of the money.
Find a
and they're just pocketing it.
Secret method for raking in insane tips on literally any kind of order. When dropping off people's food and snapping a picture to confirm the order, she would purposely include her feet in the pictures.
There is no way that she's getting more fucking money from that.
Claims her tips significantly increased after she began this new strategy. She even received additional money on top of the tip after she sent them the original picture.
You got way more than expected. $29.68.
Do girls like men's feet? Men with feet. It's what psychologically, what is
that would lower it, dude. Some dude fucking whips out his dog's hairy ass fucking feet, man. Just in the photo, dirty as shit, long ass toenails. Ugh.
Is that? What is the feet obsession?
I don't know. That's something I will never understand.
Didn't we try doing a foot video and it got demonetized or something?
That's the thumbnail. If for whatever reason you want to watch it, it's on Patreon, bro. There's no way.
It's not just the customers that are creepy horn dogs, but the drivers as well. After ordering food, a woman in the UK began receiving creepy messages from her delivery driver. She was being asked if she was home alone or if she was married. When the woman said she was taken, the driver began begging her to leave him so he could hook up with her. Leave her, baby! The man got so desperate that he began offering as much as 10,000 pounds.
He doesn't even know what the woman looks like. He's just offering a random woman off her name alone fucking $10K to break up with her boyfriend.
For her to break up with her boyfriend, there's no way the pussy could have been that good. UK pussy? You kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't think I can leave them. I don't think just can you leave the Chris at the door?
10,000 pounds, Mom.
It shows you their profile. Yeah, but they're not going to be able to see you.
See what me can do.
While looking into the driver's account to report him, she found it even creepier that his
82% satisfaction rate. Chat, I was telling you, below 90.
Listed reasons for delivering was passion. I will say I've had a driver after delivering my thing be like, hey, I love your videos. And I say, oh, thanks, man. And then it's a thing of, you want to hang? Shit like that.
God, that's creepy.
That's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird.
Exactly. 100 step.
Oh my God. Bro delivers your food. You want to hang out? No, fuck off, you weirdo. Bro, that or you meet somebody in public. They'll be like, bro, we should hang out sometime. Oh. I've gotten that like twice ever. And I awkwardly have to go, nah, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't really know you. I don't really know you, bro. Oh, we should smoke together sometime. No, I think I'll pass, man. I have no idea who the fuck you are.
Don't ever there's no reason to contact me or anyone ever. Or like that girl. Let's just get me out of this, that girl. If it's a girl now just being like, you know how hard it is for someone just to be like, no. I have no idea how you're going to react to that. You know what I mean? No idea. You've been around me when there's been people. So it's always a risk because we've had a lot of, we won't go into details, but we've had a lot of people that are.
That, bro, or more often, it's weirder when they're like, yo, you want to hang out? But sometimes it's like, yeah, I respect the hustle, but like I'll meet somebody. They'll be like, yo, I actually do social media. Could you like follow me? We collab. Hey, buddy, I'm trying to like, eat my food right now, and you're asking me to follow you and collab. I think I'd rather not. And I'm not like, and then I come off as a dick, but I'm like, no, like I'm out, dude. It'll be like, I'm out with Brooke eating. You walk up to me while we're at the table, interrupt the dinner, which is a little odd. I think you should wait, if I'm being honest. I don't care if people recognize me. I love being able to talk to fans, but it's like, if I'm clearly on a date, I'm talking to my girlfriend, you're kind of breaking that space, which is odd, especially if we're eating. There's been times where I'm actively eating, they walk up to me. And then, like, on top of that, to be like, hey, could you follow me? Or the worst is when, like, dude, there's a level of, like, respect, too, where it's like, hey, could I get a picture? 99% of people, hey, can I get a photo? Yeah, sure. 1% of people, yo, dude, I love your shit. What are you fucking doing, man? Like, I mean, that's just, like, being weird. Like, just... Like, walk up and be like, hey, can I film you? Can we do a video? Blah, blah, blah. Like, can I take a picture? You're ungrateful? It's not ungrateful. It's just fucking rude. If you see that as ungrateful, like, I know you're probably rage baiting, but, like, anyone that sees that as ungrateful, genuinely unfollow me. Because, like, the level of unawareness you have of, like, just, like, social boundaries is, like, fucking unreal. Like, if you're going to walk up to somebody that you recognize already filming and be like, oh, dude, what's up, man? You're putting on some animated persona. Bro, like, fuck off.
In 2025, one man placed an order and saw that his driver was parked just down the street. When he asked why his food hadn't been delivered, his driver said it was because his car had broken down. He then told the customer that he probably should just refund it. Not believing a word he said, the man got on his bike, rode down the street to find he was Uber Eats driver sitting in his car, chowing down on his food. See, that's why I could never be one of these. I could never be one of these delivery drivers, because I know I just see their order, I'm like, oh damn, or go to some place, I'm like, what is this place? Get it? Smell good.
One little back get hurt.
The customer confronted the driver, only for him to be left speechless before peeling out in a panic. That's a good way to choke, though.
Oh, wait, what does it say? He said his car broke down, so tracked my order to find him eating
Speechless
it.
before peeling out in a panic. That's a good way to choke, though. At multiple restaurants around the world, you can find signs banning delivery drivers and from using the bathroom. This obviously upset a lot of drivers, who pointed out that it's actually against the company's agreement with these restaurants, as Uber requires them to give drivers access
to live not a normal life by any means, but, like, they get their own space.
They share it with 3 other families and
never mind.
Sleep on the floor.
Holy fuck, they don't even get a bed? So they just sleep in a bare bones house, no furniture, nothing. So it's just a roof, no AC, no heat. It's just to keep them out of, like, the rain.
They share it with 3 other families and sleep on the floor.
Oh my god.
There is a single light bulb in the kitchen. Electricity works for just 2 hours a day. There's no running water, no furniture, no shower, and barely enough food to survive.
Bro, like, I always... See, this is, like, such a weird... Because, like, that's evil. That's evil, right? And can we agree? I think there's a difference between bad and evil people. This is, like, another level of... You're not even human anymore. In the most I don't even care if that sounds fucked up. Like, if you're willingly putting hundreds of thousands of people to do this, you're not a human, right? Like, you have no moral groundings. It's not like you fuck up and you're just not seeing the right way and you're ignorant, right? Because a lot of bad people are bad out of ignorance. This is bad not out of ignorance, out of the willingness to go, I'm going to fuck over and murder hundreds of thousands of my own people for the sole purpose of keeping me in power and keeping my narcissistic ways the way they are, right? Kim Jong-un gets to eat whatever the fuck he wants. He gets to smoke expensive cigarettes and have nice whiskey, and his people are dying in camps in the middle of the fucking woods.
The building is part of a model village.
Like, how do you do that? I don't know. Like, I understand he wants to keep himself in power. It's like, you could still be the leader of North Korea and not do this to your people, man.
One of many. Camp 14 is estimated to
And then they open, and then it's just so weird. Like how they opened tourism for like a week, And then all these vloggers came and they were like, yeah, this is fake as shit. It's clearly guided. And then they immediately close it, right? It's because, like, they're trying to get tourism maybe for money, but I feel like it's propaganda. Like, in a weird way, it's like, we need to convince. And is that not telling that what they're doing is wrong? Like, that's how he knows. Because he's going, we're putting people in camps. We don't want them to know that we keep our people in camps. So we're going to do guided North Korea tours to make it seem like our country's amazing so people don't attack us more. Like, what the fuck?
Over around 150.
Israel's just as evil? Well, what's going on in Israel is also fucking insane with Netanyahu and the bombing of fucking Palestinians and shit, and they fucking bomb, hospitals and stuff. And people always get mad in return and be like, well, Hamas is under the hospital. You know nothing about that, Joe. Oh, my fucking God. So, it's okay to bomb innocent civilians then. Yeah, it's a tough situation if that's true. Okay, but that doesn't mean you just fucking go right for the hospital. Well, the U.S. did it in the fucking war in the Middle East. That doesn't make it okay. 153,000 kilometers squared. Can you guys visualize that? If you hit me with that number, I have no idea how big that is.
Square kilometers.
Like, how big is that? How big is 153 square kilometers? Like, what's 5 square kilometers? Like, what's like a block? What's like a New York block?
Almost 3 times the size of Manhattan.
Okay.
It is secured by
There we go. So it's huge.
a 60-kilometer fence, patrol paths, barracks, guard posts, and checkpoints. The whole area stretches from river valleys to mountain peaks. The wilderness and the Taedong River
Do they have an estimated amount of how many people are in this camp?
act as a natural barrier, an immense obstacle course separating the facility from the outside world. Little villages are scattered across the vast area, containing housing and working units.
These are sprawling facilities. They're very large facilities. So at some of these facilities, you see farming, agriculture going on. You see some of these facilities that are adjacent to coal mines or other types of mineral exploitation.
And it also has a school.
I'm thinking that do you think these camps fund like a large portion of like North Korea's money? Like, I wonder if there was like a pie graph or a pie chart, what percentage funds what? Because they don't really have a lot of opportunity for trade. Most countries don't fuck with North Korea for very obvious reasons. And they don't trade with them. And so all of their wealth has to come from in-house. And so I feel like to keep their country propped up, like the camp kind of runs that. Because they don't pay any of these workers. They just do basically slave labor.
City. And it also has a school. This is where Shin goes every day. His teacher wears a guard's uniform, carries a weapon.
They export a lot of minerals and coal. Yeah, but I mean, that's not like hyper valuable. Like, that's not gonna, like, their nation, even the best parts of North Korea are like very bad. Like, they don't have nice stuff.
And teaches obedience above all else. Camp rules are brutal. There are 10 of them. Even the smallest violation can lead to execution. Shin memorizes them all. Rule 1.
Wait, what?
Execution. Shin memorizes them all.
I think it's more insane to me, too. Like, even on the levels of, like, them having these concentration camps, like, killing an adult for fucking up a rule versus, like, a born-in-camp child, beating them to death in front of their fellow students because they stole 5 grains of fucking wheat.
Rule 1. Any witness to an attempted escape who fails to report it will be shot immediately.
Wow.
Rule 3. Anyone who steals or conceals any foodstuffs will be shot immediately. Rule 5. Anyone who holds or hides a fugitive's possessions, conspires with him, or fails to report him will be shot immediately. The guards enforce the rules without mercy.
내가 총을 꾸려서 뭐 쏘거나 해도
I didn't feel the slightest bit guilty, even though I killed so often there.
느끼지 않았어. 일반적으로 우리는 그때 쏘도 나라를 지키.
We thought it was the right thing to do to protect our country. So are these people just brainwashed? Yeah, I didn't feel bad. I was killing 5-year-olds. They stole rice. They stole food. That's bad for the country. Yeah, because that one kid stealing 5 grains of fucking wheat's gonna topple down North Korea from the bottom up.
지키기 위해서 내가 한 일이기 때문에. 그 수용소에는
It really does bring up that hard question of, like, are the soldiers responsible for things that the nation tells them to do? And I mean, that's ongoing today. It was in World War II with Germany. It was in Japan. It was in the US. It was everywhere, where it's like, you're being commanded to do this. While you're not entirely responsible, it's like, you're still making the wherewithal decision to be like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, kill these kids.
들어오게 되면 사람이 아니에요. 사람이 아니고 내 마음대로 해도 돼요. 그 안에 사람은 사람이 아니에요. 사람이 아니고 내 마음대로 해도 돼요. 그 안에 사람은.
And that's what's fucked, is it's like, I think there's like a line they cross where that's how they deal with it in the most fucked up way. It's because if you're seeing them as human, you don't, then your some level of morality inside of you kicks in. Where it's like, these soldiers are, like, purposely perceiving these people as non-human, and then it doesn't matter what happens to them in their brain.
그 자리에서 죽이겠으면 죽이고 살리겠으면 살리고 하는 건 내 마음이에요. 뭐 설명해 주세요.
And that's also just, like, power-hungry shit. I think people feed off that. If you're, like, growing up a soldier, especially in North Korea, where you've also probably grown up in a pretty shitty life, now you're giving power over others, right? Where, like, the power that's been inflicted, it's like a very hyper-evolved version of, like, what's happening to you, you inflict onto others. What did he say? He was saying he had the power to kill or not kill anybody. It was entirely up to him.
Across North Korea, there are different
Like, he probably liked that.
types of detention facilities. The worst of them are called Kwanliso. Camp 14 is one of them. It's also called a total control zone.
People never get out of those. You know, they just waste away. They get killed by this vicious cycle of malnutrition and forced labor.
Shin's mother has to work the rice fields, 10 to 15 hours of hard labor every day. If she meets her quota,
15 hours straight?
She receives food, just enough to survive the night and make it through the next day.
North Korea is all about production targets. If you don't meet them, and probably you will not meet them, you'll get less food, more work, less food, more work, and that's how you waste away and die. That's, you know, the truly tragic story at these camps.
From the moment Shin starts school, his life is split between the classroom and hard labor in the coal mine. Long work days are made worse by a constant gnawing hunger. Before school, Shin often eats his mother's portion while she's still out in the fields. She beats him for it, but he does it anyway. To him, she's not a source of love or care. She's a rival in the fight for every meager scrap of food.
Wow.
This is Shin's meal, served 3 times a day for his entire prison life. If he makes a mistake, his portion is cut in half as punishment. Sometimes he and the other inmates catch rats, the only source of meat in Camp 14. For Shin, this isn't as much as a nightmare. It's normal life. He has never seen the world beyond the barbed wire. Unlike this man. Kim Young is in his mid-40s when he's brought to Camp 14. He knows the world outside very well. In fact, he was a high-ranking military officer and vice president of a state-owned company. In his former life, he enjoyed culture, a chauffeur, and all the benefits of being a government employee. Now he's also forced to work in the coal mines. Kim didn't break any laws to get here. His parents...
That's what's fucked, because that's how dictatorships work, because you have to bend... You can't just be an all... You can't be an all-ruling dictator without people below you. And that's like, it's the rule. There's a video that I want to watch called The Rules of the Ruler as well, where it kind of dives into that. But it's like, if you're a dictator, you have to please all 4 people below you that run different areas of your government. And those 4 people have to please the 5 people below them, right? And at some point, you don't have to please people anymore because they just have to bend to your power. But you have to keep people in power happy, otherwise they will turn on you. So that's why Kim Jong-un never gets turned on, because he keeps the people right below him happy, because they lived a shitty life. He brought them out of it and said, hey, if you just follow my rules and do what I do, you'll have power. You'll have a chauffeur. You'll have a mansion. You'll have a nice wife. You'll have this and this and this and this and food and cigarettes and weed and fucking whatever the fuck they want, right? And they'll go, okay. And so they'll just do whatever he says.
Kim didn't break any laws to get here. His parents did. In North Korea, this form of collective punishment is called yunjoje.
Wow.
Guilt by association. Up to 3
These are just random videos of humanity that could have been made long before Teletubbies ever even existed. And this all gets a lot more interesting when we take a look at the most recent Netflix Teletubbies reboot from 2022.
Over the hills and...
There was a reboot. Netflix bought out Teletubbies to keep making the show.
Far away, Teletubbies come to play.
This reboot
hard scene change in the new Netflix special. It just fucking teleports them to like a fucking nuclear war center.
It makes a couple very interesting changes to the show. One of them being to the human video segments.
Ew, why do they shake like that?
Human video segments.
Dipsy. Hi. Hi there. Hi.
Hold up, I'm getting a video segment on my stomach. What the fuck?
Instead of just a couple random kids out in the world, these videos now take place inside of a single reoccurring location with a woman named Julia.
A clone bunker! Because humanity's extinct and Julia's a fucking AI robot!
Who sings a song with a group of different children every episode.
You are a rocket, a super fast rocket, then run and touch a star.
And what's immediate?
Yo, fire whoever wrote that dumbass song. Are you fucking kidding me? No flow. What? Go and touch a star. What are you, a third grader? You can't come up with a better bar than that? This is a fucking Netflix show, dude. What type of budget? I feel like ChatGPT could come up with some better shit than that.
Then run and touch a star.
I go run and touch a star.
And what's immediately different about these videos is that for the first time ever in the 27 years of this show airing, there actually is a direct acknowledgement of Teletubbies from a human being. Julia's shirt clearly shows the 4 Teletubby heads, meaning these videos in particular are not from the past. They are being made explicitly for Teletubbies to watch, and the humans in these videos exist at the same time as the show, which obviously begs the question, what does the sun look like for these humans? Well, here's the strange thing about...
They never go outside. Dun, dun. Because the radiation turned the humans into Teletubbies, and they're not aliens. They're just deformed humans over years and years of nuclear warfare that ended the fucking human civilization, but other people started morphing and evolving into other non-human creatures. And now they're trying to remind themselves what their past was like. And so the real humans actually live underground because they weren't affected by the radiation. And then the sun, I still can't explain the sun. The baby has the conscious sun.
Videos. We never get to see the sun. In fact, the kids in these videos never actually go outside, which is very strange when you compare that to the years worth of previous human videos that are almost always outside. There does seem to be windows, but unlike the windows we see in previous videos or even in Teletubby Land, these are weirdly opaque, never actually showing us the outside world. The best we get is this obviously fake depiction of the sky on the ceiling. For some reason, these videos feel completely cut off from the outside world. Where are these people? Hang on a second. What if over the hills doesn't mean Teletubby Land is behind hills? What if Teletubby Land is literally over the hills, as in on top of them, and this room is somewhere deep underground?
Am I a genius? I mean, you know, I'm really putting 2 and 2 together here, Alex. I think me and you are on the same wavelength. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, you know. And I think I'm really locked in on this theory.
Completely cut off from the outside world. And if that seems too far-fetched, remember where the speakers come from.
Underground! Underground! And it's not like a Bluetooth speaker, it's like they're speaking through a metal pipe.
Time for Tubby Bye-Bye. Time for Tubby Bye-Bye.
They come from underground. The speakers with a human adult voice telling the
And what if the Teletubbies are actually just gods? And they have to please them to keep them alive?
Teletubbies what to do.
There's a lot of options still on the board here.
Come from the same place where an adult woman wearing a Teletubby uniform makes videos. In the future world of Teletubbies, humanity lives underground. But why? Well, once again, I think this all has to do with the sun.
With the sun, baby. Stop. Why are they making it creepy?
Imagine a world where everything is normal. You go to work, walk your dog, watch YouTube videos, but then, one day, suddenly, without any warning or explanation, the sun wakes up. You realize that the giant ball of gas in the sky that gave humanity life was actually a cosmic sentient being all along. But it's not some unknowable Lovecraftian Cthulhu entity. It's just a baby. Okay, that's just...
It's like worst case scenario. A literal infant is controlling sun flares. That's a worst case scenario. The sun becomes conscious and it's not like an all-knowing, like, god. It's just an infant.
Disturbing, but so what? Well, our sun is already extremely volatile, constantly exploding and erupting with unstable solar flares that can release dangerous radiation to—
Oh my god, so they have to move underground and the Teletubbies have to please the sun so the sun doesn't fucking shoot out sun flares and kill humanity?
Towards Earth. Scientists even believe that we could be hit with a solar superstorm one day that could be devastating to human infrastructure. Now, imagine if all of that power was given to an unpredictable, moody baby. A baby that we know is very interested in watching and reacting to the denizens of Earth. In fact, we could even see that when the baby sun gets a little too excited, the brightness of the sun suddenly increases.
In the Teletubby show, sun flare shoots out, just singes one of the fucking Teletubbies. Finally breaks character. The guy pulls off the mask. Just fucking running around.
So, when this baby first wakes up and opens its eyes and looks down at the people of Earth, what would it see? That baby would immediately throw a massive tantrum. So if humanity went underground after this baby showed up, then I think it's because this baby had some kind of catastrophic effect on the Earth, making the surface completely uninhabitable for humans. And if you don't believe me yet, remember those drawings of a smiling sun we kept seeing in the new videos? Well, there actually is just a single episode of the reboot that shows a drawing of a sun without a face. But what's interesting is that it also shows people and a car and maybe even a police officer below the sun. Unlike the drawings with the smiling sun that only ever show grass and flowers and no signs of humanity.
Wow.
Just like Teletubby Land. These drawings are telling us that when the smiling baby sun came out, humanity disappeared. Yes, I believe that Teletubbies is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity was forced underground because—
But then are the Teletubbies human and they're just wearing those things to please, like, the sun god?
The baby sun woke up. But then, what exactly are these weird creatures we see on the surface? Well, Even if humanity could survive underground forever, the sentient baby sun is still up there. If they're ever gonna reclaim the surface world, or even just prevent an even bigger world-destroying tantrum, they need to address this problem. So, how do you appease an unpredictable, moody baby with unlimited power? You jingle keys in front of them. The humans created Teletubbies, 4 creatures that could withstand the dangers of the sun and—
Oh, so they're not human. Like, they're able to just be out. Oh, so is it, like, really fucking hot out there, but there's plants growing?
Sent them to the uninhabitable surface to keep the baby sun entertained and calm for as long as possible. Teletubbies literally is jingly keys for a baby. Every episode starts and ends with this baby. They are constantly cutting back to the sun's reaction every time the Teletubbies—
Oh, and when it's nighttime, they're fine. Like, that's why they say, oh, the Teletubbies can come in now. And because they're probably able to live outside at night.
do something. Because the sun is the intended audience for this show. It's why everything the Teletubbies do is so heavily controlled by unseen humans.
Poe showed Lala the tutor.
Show Lala. Show Lala.
This dumb baby show is actually a very high-stakes operation to protect what little remains of humanity. And if you still don't believe me, then let me ask you this. What are Teletubbies? They're weird, big baby things that seem to have technology integrated into them.
Is he gonna say that, like, the tips of their heads are supposed to resemble parts of keys? Like, whatever these weird antennas they have that grow on their heads?
Their bodies. But let's ask the creators of this show, what was the initial idea behind Teletubbies?
We decided we'd go to the Smithsonian and we saw the actual spacesuits of men who not that long ago walked on the moon. You know, isn't it amazing? There's all this technology and you look at them and they just look like babies with nappies on toddling about.
And they were basically NASA spacemen. They were very easily surprised by things and fell over all the time, and when they were worried about things, they hugged each other.
They were based on astronauts, aka people sent by humanity in technological suits designed to—
The horrors of DoorDash.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit down, because today we're going to be talking about food delivery drivers. I did some DoorDash this weekend, Nick. That's why we're doing this. Let me tell you, the whole operation, the whole DoorDash, the whole food ordering app industry, it's got to change.
Oh, I love it. I think it's very inefficient and also fucks over the food drivers. But being able to DoorDash or Uber Eats food at any moment is sick. It's overly expensive for sure. Yes. But I don't think that here's where I think it works is if you're ordering a large amount of food. If you're using DoorDash and you're ordering like $60 of food, it's probably worth it. But if you're ordering lunch, you're going to spend as much money on food as you are for it to get delivered. And that's when it's a waste.
For centuries, if you wanted to eat a meal, you either had to go out to a restaurant or cook the goddamn thing yourself. Today, however, you can place an order to a seemingly endless list of restaurants and have it—
Who the f is ordering ice cream on Uber Eats? That shit is showing up fucking liquid. You're gonna be drinking that. Me? You've ordered ice cream on fucking Uber Eats? Yeah, then your DoorDash driver hits you with a, Oh, Ron has a couple stops along the way. He'll be there soon. Ron just picked up your milkshake. He'll be there in about 35 minutes. Oh, awesome. It'll be warm.
You can place an order to a seemingly endless list of restaurants and have
You
it
have to refreeze
at
it.
your door without lifting a finger until you have to grab the bag. While many of us indulge—
I wouldn't even be pissed at the guy, bro, if he did that. Like, I couldn't be mad at him. I'm so serious. I would just be like, bro, you're good. I'm gonna refund that shit on Uber Eats or DoorDash. Like, don't even worry about it.
While many of us indulge in this
Oh, I'd feel so bad.
service extremely often, we never stopped to—
78% of Americans use food delivery services. Bro, really? I'm definitely ordering more than 3.7 times per month.
We never stop to think about people who have to deliver the goods, right? We never take time to think about these drivers. I don't think about those things. You know, also I started noticing that after a while they started taping the bags. It's because motherfuckers are probably—
Yeah, opening that shit up and eating out of it. They be putting tape over the drink caps now. That makes me feel safer, like somebody didn't just fucking poison my shit. Or yeah, no, when the bag ever looks like crumpled or fucked with, I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah. But that's why if you're a pro, you got your own stickers in bags to replace stuff.
I thought that you were gonna have your own utensil that you're able to squeeze in the bag and Mission Impossible the fry out of the bag or something. Being a delivery driver, whether it's on DoorDash or Instacart.
I've had a DoorDash driver before, or it might have been Uber Eats. It only happened once, but he picked up my order and never delivered it. Just ate that shit. This was probably like 3 years ago. I remember being so pissed. I was like, he just never delivered it. He fucking picked up the order, and then it was like 5 minutes. He was driving, and then he just disappeared. And it said order delivered. And there was no picture, no food. And I contacted him. I was like, he didn't fucking deliver that shit. Other people are always hungry. Yeah, no. And I got the money back. So, you know, if you want to eat it, eat it. But, like, I mean, he's going to get fired.
You don't make a lot of money. And then it's all based on tips. And then if people don't tip.
It's based on tips. And here's the problem of being a driver is it's based off tips. And the tips are based off order price. So if you're a fucking DoorDash driver, you want people ordering like $80, $90 worth of food because then they're going to tip you, you know, 15, 20 bucks. But most of the time, you're going to be getting orders that are like $20. They're tipping $5, and you have to drive so many miles that you have to go there with increased gas prices. You're not breaking even. You're still profiting, but you're making like less than minimum wage in certain in certain moments. You tip delivery drivers in the U.S.? Yes. If I order, I usually tip whatever's recommended. So, like, they have a sliding scale where if you have a cheaper order, they try to get you, they recommend you to tip like 24%. Or something, but if your order's more expensive, then they get you to tip less. Why? Well, because it's like, if I order $150 of food, I'm not going to tip you $45 to deliver it, right? It's one bag. I'm going to tip you like 25, 30 bucks. Like, because I'm giving you like, you know, money to deliver it fucking 6 miles, 8 miles, however far it is. But if I order like a Chipotle burrito, I'm not going to tip you 10% because then you're getting like $2. I'm going to tip you like $10. So I'm basically paying for like half of the order. So they have that. If you've ever used it, which most people have, 78% of Americans, you see they have a sliding scale on tip guesses.
Tip you get.
Dog $30. Yeah. Bro, keep in mind, I also, dude, I have my own, opinions on tipping. And I think in the U.S., it's like a shitty situation where like, people aren't getting paid because the business doesn't want to pay them, so they work off tips. So it's like, oh, well, if we don't tip them, then they'll get paid later on. Like, yeah, if every single person stopped tipping people would have to fucking up the pay of waitresses and waiters, but that's not the system we live in, so I always say just tip. But I'm also in a situation that I tip more than the average person just because I make good money. Like I'm averagely tipping like 25% at a restaurant. But I'm not going to stay, because I'm like, why am I being stingy? High cortisol activity, low cortisol 2026.
Recently, there has been a trend on TikTok of people saying they are now choosing to only have female Instacart drivers deliver their goods because male drivers keep messing up their orders. One woman gave her driver a super simple list asking for 1 pack of toilet paper, 1 pack of towels, and 1 pack of chicken. Despite the app stating that the man scanned a pack of chicken, what she got was 240 red Solo cups.
No, that's so funny though. That is fucking hilarious. 240 red Solo cups. Oh my God, you're gonna be playing Pong for like 10 years.
A refund. You know what? In a situation like this, though, do you not just think that I'm doing multiple jobs at one time and I gave you the wrong bag?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Because they might have 3 bags in their back. They might have 3 bags in their back car, and somebody ordered that, and now some other dude's getting paper towels. Oh my God. Wow. This woman wants toilet paper, paper towels, and chicken. She gets red Solo cups. Meanwhile, there's a party full of people that are waiting on red Solo cups to be able to play drinking games, and they just get like toilet paper and raw chicken. Don't worry, guys. The red Solo cups will be here anytime.
Sorry, dude, but I'm not a feminist, and I like men a lot. And I think, dude, if a man goofs up, you have to give him 75 chances.
It's true. Women, 1.
Women, none. You have to be perfect at all times. In another instance, a male shopper was tasked with getting a customer a tub of Neapolitan ice cream. After claiming they didn't have the brand she wanted, he sent multiple blurry pictures of what they had, only for it to be very clearly in stock. There's none. It's a fucking buffoon, man. I couldn't tell you. You have Ben & Jerry's? No, the fuck to the left. I see it in the picture, in your blurry picture. It's right to the left.
Well, aren't there a lot of like grocery stores and shit now where like Uber Eats and DoorDash drivers, they don't even do the shopping. Like a worker at Walmart has the job of DoorDash and they fill the bags and then the worker just shows up and goes, I'm here for blank. They pick up the bag and leave. That's the best system because then they're less likely to fuck it up. Because if a guy's job is to just fucking search for items, he knows the store, he knows where stuff is, it's quicker as well.
While staying at an Airbnb in Miami, a group of girls ordered a long list of basic groceries and necessities for their upcoming stay. When the order was marked as delivered, they expected to find it on the porch. When they opened the door, however, they found the driver simply tossed all the groceries all over the picket fence and left. What are we not seeing though in this? What are we not saying? We're not having the full picture on his side. Like I bet you think he's just like, can I?
Whole ass grocery order, bro. Like I don't know. I feel like there's like a level of it's different if you're like you have a disability or there's a reason you can't. But like, bro, why are we doing an entire week's worth of food on DoorDash? Like, I'm just go to the grocery store. You know, I think it's different. Like, it's a level of convenience where it's like, fuck, I don't have time. I'm going to order lunch. But, like, just go to the grocery store. Just go to the grocery store. If you're getting fucking $300 worth of fucking, or not $300, like $160 worth of groceries, go to the grocery store. Ron, yeah, literally, bro, Ron doesn't they don't grocery shop. The core guys just order all of their fucking food all the time on DoorDash. I can't believe he did that. He ordered a head of lettuce, and that's it. A head of lettuce. Imagine being the DoorDash driver that delivered that to Ron yesterday. You pull up. Oh, I'm here for this order. Oh yeah, here you go. It's just a bag of lettuce. I've had multiple instances where I've gotten in an Uber. I told you all about this the other day. I got in an Uber XL. I order an Uber XL. I pay for an Uber XL. Uber shows up in a van. I go, fuck yes, dude. We got enough space. We could all sprawl out. Open it up. The back part is for fucking luggage. It's a fucking 3-seater van. And I'm like, hey, we ordered an Uber XL. The guy goes, literally. So we get in. We lap up. Right? We got fucking 5 people in a 3-seater back seat. Grown-ass motherfuckers. And then 1 person in the front. And the whole time I'm like, this guy is like actually just breaking Uber rules. Like he's picking up more expensive Ubers when he doesn't have a car that fits that many people. Gave him a 4-star. Worst Uber rating I've ever given was a 3-star, and it was because the guy was actually falling asleep at the wheel. I just feel bad. I gave a comment on that one. On both of them, actually. The 4-star one, I was like, car was too small. The one dude, he was biting his finger to stay awake. It was like 1 a.m. We Ubered back, and I get, bro, you know, motherfuckers need to hustle and make money, but, like, you're going to kill someone. He was, like, swerving into the rumple strips, and he was going like this. Like, biting his thumb to stay awake.
I have a feeling that it's just people that are just doing the Instacart. I think they're picking up too many jobs at one time. Also, is there probably more men that are doing this job than women? I feel like whenever I've ever had I don't think I've ever had a female DoorDash person. That doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm just saying.
No, I get female DoorDash people all the time. I feel like men Uber at a much higher rate. Like, if I have an Uber driver, there's like a 90% chance they're a guy.
And that thinking about it now, it's usually
thing I eat today as a fat girl.
This is Brandy Lee Snacks, who is unsurprisingly followed by...
Bro, who are the 2 fucking streamers that are gaining traction now? It's like, I understand it's like people laugh at it because it's funny, but it's like, dude, it's concerning. Like, that, yeah, Jay Bullen. And he acts like he's passing out. Yeah, Tismala and Jay Bullen. And they'll eat it and they'll go, oh! And they'll fall asleep or something. But it's like not, like it's a bit, but it's like, dude, like they're getting paid. And so it promotes that. But it's like, you know, I get why they do it. Like, I don't think they're in the wrong, but it just sucks.
James
Because
Buller
it's like now there's no motivation. Like it's like, hey, now we're getting money to eat like shit.
on Instagram, and she loves to share what she eats in a day, and actually starts every single day with a donut dipped in milk, just to make sure that she has the worst possible breakfast every morning.
Kayla for the 1,000 buddies. I don't eat the best that I could stand to lose some weight. I just finished Kate watching. This makes me want to start a diet tomorrow. I mean, if you want to diet, you want to diet. I have no problem with I don't make fun of people for their weight and how they look. I always say, as long as you're healthy, that's what matters. You know, outside of that, if your blood test comes back and your blood pressure's fine, who gives a fuck? You know, like that's what matters, right? If your cholesterol levels are fine, if your blood level's fine, whatever, you know, like being like slightly overweight, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But like morbid obesity is different, where if it's like you're like 5'8" and 400 pounds, like that's like putting stress on your heart. Like you're gonna die when you're 35, right? Like that's the difference. I would assume you're still fine. Like I still eat cake. I still eat, you know, the fucking, what are those gancitos? Those are fucking good as hell. I eat those too much. But like, dude, like you can, I would say the biggest thing is like having a week's worth of calories. Like you have to fit that, like having, you know, 3 days of eating really healthy and then having a day where you have a bowl of ice cream or cake or something, that's fine. It's just like, you need a match. Like there has to be a level of consistency. And then you have days where you could take like, hey, I'm going to eat a bunch of cookies or brownie or whatever it is, you know. Gancito mentioned, those are good as fuck, man.
Iced chocolate milk. Like, look at that.
Looks like a dry ass. Like, look at that. Looks like a dry ass fucking baked good. Oh my god.
Like,
that does not.
look at that.
Well, it's a good thing she got sugar-free syrup, because I was just thinking she was eating a lot of food, but that should balance it out.
And why are we dipping everything in milk?
Oh my god. These cookies are amazing.
I don't know. I think it shouldn't. How do you fix this, right? Because it's like, if they're making these videos that are a minute long and they're getting paid for them, you know, they're making fucking $100 a video. Like, why would they not want to do it? But you can't demonetize that because they're not really breaking TOS. Like, they're just eating food. The shits are insane. Oh my god, the diarrhea, bro.
Oh my god.
Straight diarrhea. Going into that bathroom. Liquid shits. Liquid shits later, bro.
She says she's starving.
It's on this level of self-harm. Yeah, but you can't. No, you can't. No, because if somebody... You can't, no, you couldn't put that in TOS because it would be discriminatory. Because then if I on stream ate 10 Twinkies, people would be like, damn, that's bad. Like Jinxie. Jinxie lost the Roblox 1v1 with me. He drank a 2 liter of Sprite. That's like 300 grams of sugar. That's self-harm. It's not TOS, but it's like, if you see somebody that's morbidly obese doing it, then it's now considered that. Like, you know what I mean?
Despite eating about 2 days worth of calories, and honestly...
Roblox? Oh, no, Rocket League. Sorry.
It isn't surprising.
It's because I was playing Roblox with Steak.
And for one, when you're that big, you're going to need more food to feel full, because her stomach will be physically larger. And 2, she had...
I don't think it's the stomach. I don't think it's stomach physically being larger. It's you're not consuming an amount of food that's going to make you feel full. You're eating high caloric density, low dietary fiber foods. Your shits are going to be rock hard. You're always going to feel like you need more.
So many calories from sugar.
You're going to digest it so fast.
And carbs that her blood sugar will be spiking and then crashing, which is leading her to be more hungry.
Your stomach gets bigger. Yeah, when you eat amounts of food, it's volume.
Than if she ate whole meals and a high protein diet. The comments in this video weren't happy with her either. That's like 2 days of food. Stop making all this normal. There's
more than 2 days of food. It's like 6,000 calories.
Nothing normal All this sugar is poison. Health is the most important thing we have. This is literally self-harm. Someone even commented defending her, saying that she isn't normalizing this much food, but the trouble is that she's doing exactly that. By posting these videos, there will be other people saying this who eat like her, and when they see other people doing it online, it
Thought I was done eating for the night. You make me hungrier. Were those hard-boiled eggs topped with CC? Or deviled eggs?
People doing it online, it normalizes it to them and makes them feel like they don't.
You know the type of food videos that I like? Brooke put me on. It's this teacher that eats the most disgusting shit every day for fucking lunch, bro. She'll make like onion cups and like this pizza with like mayo on it. Oh my God, it's disgusting. But it's like interesting to watch because it's not unhealthy food. It's just stuff that's like, I don't want. Why? Courtney? Yeah, everybody just knew. Oh my God, it's so gross. It's like, it'll be like soup dumplings, and then just with like onion cups. I'm like, yo, that room has to stink. Like the students in that room when she breaks out her lunch Tupperware bin probably be like, what's her name? Yeah, I know her name's Courtney, but I need to like look up.
Life did not.
Oh, here it is. Courtney Cook. I need to find one that's like gross because she does make good food, but like some of them, it's just like. Oof. It's like, oof.
Happy Monday. Okay, I have a big old sweet potato. Holy crap. Yeah.
This is just lunch.
Some green onions, some butter. Oh, Buddha K. What is that? I'm gonna pick them up. Oh.
Just eating a potato. Just eating a potato and onions, bro. Like what is that called? Like a Baltic breakfast. I love watching those too. Some dude with just a bunch of onions and shit, and you just like just munching on them.
Won't need to change. If Brandy wants to literally kill herself eating that much food, then she should be allowed. But she shouldn't be allowed to be monetized on these platforms for it. And
I get that point where it's like you shouldn't be able to be paid for it, but I mean, there's so much worse shit that people get paid for on content. So.
Although Brandy only has 160,000 followers.
It's like if you demonetize this, you have to demonetize anything that's bad for you. And then like half of content in general is not monetizable.
Was Adi Gutierrez, but just take.
Yeah, I used to eat cereal every day before school.
Some time to look at.
Something you got to grow out of though. I think like once you're out of high school and you're eating, you can't be eating like just straight like Cocoa Pebbles for breakfast. That's like a dessert thing. I eat cereal for dessert now. Start of the day, bro, you gotta be eating like egg whites, bagel, you know, some shit like that. Fruit if you want sugar, not like or cereal, yeah, like Weetabix or even like mini wheats, bro. Like that's like better. At least you're getting like good calories.
How much sugar is in your breakfast?
Starting the day with a bowl of Trix
cereal, and I can guarantee you will be surprised. Like I said before, eating this sugary cereal is an awful start to your day, and it'll just leave you feeling hungry later. And then to make things worse, she has about 4 portions of it in just that one bowl.
Good morning, baddies.
Double Red Bull.
Sugar-free, of course.
Yeah, I gotta say, the original Red Bull flavor is fucking ass. It is so bad. And Red Bull did a great job marketing-wise with, like, relating Red Bull to, like, sports and, like, energy and, you know, even, like, most alcoholic drinks at bars, like, mixed drinks, like, shots and shit, use Red Bull. So, but that's also one of the reasons I hate it. Like, if I'm drinking and I smell Red Bull, it's not that bad. But if I'm, like, sober and I smell fucking just a regular Red Bull, I'm thinking of Jaeger bombs. And that shit, fucking gross. Gross. Sugar-free Red Bull. No. And the original flavor is just bad. What is that?
I made a quesadilla with hot Cheetos and hot mac and cheese. Hot.
Bruh.
Olipop.
Now, before she's even got changed out,
oh, that balances it out. That has prebiotics.
Out of her pajamas, she's probably honestly had about 2,000 calories in just an absolute mess of food. And I don't know if this is an American thing, but who puts Cheetos into a quesadilla? Now, it's a good thing she has those 2 Red Bulls because her
dude, I've done that before. There was this, I went back when I used to do TikTok more. Dude, there was this one time I got home from a bar drunk and I felt unhealthy, so I just ate like 2 raw green bell peppers. And I was like, yeah, that'll probably balance it out. That'll probably balance it out. I had 2,000 calories worth of fucking alcohol.
Energy levels will
that'll probably do my stomach right.
be absolutely through the floor by the time it gets to dinner time.
Red. For dinner, I have some steak and some taters.
Yeah, can we eat it? Can we eat it with a fucking fork and a knife, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my god. Is that butter? Is that just butter, or is that... Wait, no, that's mashed potatoes.
SpongeBob. Delicious.
Now, is it just me that gets pissed off watching that? It's just the absolute height of gluttony, and it's honestly just gross to watch. And again, the comments are absolutely brutal on this post, with people asking if she's trying to have a stroke, and another even asked if this was a standard American diet.
Yup, that's how that's how everybody eats.
Now, I know this isn't the standard American diet, but actually 40% of Americans are obese, so it has to be at least...
Yeah, but bro, even the average obese American doesn't eat like that. The average obese American just eats like an extra meal of the day that's like ultra processed and unhealthy. Like, I feel like dieting is really hard, but like it's just a matter of cutting out like the shit, right? Like, people just don't eat fucking... Dude, just swap shit out. It's like people are like, oh, well, I don't want to diet, I'm hungry. But I'm like, you're hungry because you eat like fucking shit. Like, swap out the bad stuff for like vegetables, man. Like, if you eat 2 cups of cooked broccoli, you're full for so long, you know? But if you're eating a fucking processed sandwich of sorts with like white bread, meat, cheese, and then fucking just like mayo, you know, and then on top of that, you're having like a bag of chips. Like, that's gonna fucking flood right through you.
Similar to what a lot of people are eating. Now, the reason I get annoyed at these videos isn't just because of the fat. And despite...
Does the FDA even do their job? Dude, the FDA just ensures that shit is like safe to eat. They don't really like restrict people. And even on that, the FDA is so loose with US rules. Like, the majority of the stuff that we have is like highly processed with like chemicals and other preservatives that other countries can't have.
What people online might think, I don't hate fat people. I get annoyed at these videos not just because they're normalizing these awful diets, but because they're being rewarded for it too. Like I showed with James Bowler before, not only do they get free meals, but they get paid by these platforms in the form of ad revenue. Addie has over 300,000 followers on Instagram and over 500,000 on TikTok, posting pretty much every day on these platforms. So it isn't a stretch to imagine that she'll be earning multiple thousands.
No, she ain't making that much money, bro, and I'm sure of it. I did short form, bro. She ain't making fucking 30 grand posting these videos, dude. 7,000 likes. 7,000 likes. That video probably made $15. That video made about $15. Like, you're not... Short form media pays about fucking ass. Nothing. 7,000 likes, dude. 7,000 likes on a minute video. Even if you had like 200k views, $40. Tops. Probably like 5.
Over 300,000 followers on Instagram and over 500,000 on TikTok, posting pretty much every day.
Yeah, 200,000 views on a minute-long video. What I ate in Disneyland. She's not even making the money back for what she paid for the stuff. I mean, you know, granted, she's writing it off if she knows what she's doing. So she's writing off the food that she's eating because she's filming it for a video. But still, it's like, it's not offsetting the fact that you're still just like burning money
on these platforms. So it isn't a stretch to imagine that she'll be earning multiple thousands a month. And then other people with poor...
40 cents per 1,000 views. Carson, if you think that anyone is getting 40 cents per 1,000 views on any platform, even YouTube, you are widely mistaken. Mr. Beast would be the richest man in the world if he got paid 50 cents per 1,000 views. Are you crazy?
Diets will see this.
Most of the time, like, my CPM, wait, actually, no, I think you're right. 50 cents per 1,000 views on TikTok is crack. It's probably like 3 cents, 2 cents, maybe a penny. On, what do I get on YouTube? It varies by video. How do I see that? Yeah, CPM on YouTube anywhere is between like 4 and like 8. So like $4 1,000 views.
And start recording.
That's YouTube on hour-long videos. On TikTok, regular CPMs gotta be like less than a penny.
On themselves eating, thinking that they can make money while eating. And then the only way they get attention by doing this is by eating bigger and bigger meals, which just puts more strain on the health and society. And then when people like Addy get more money, it's pretty obvious what to spend it on.
Facebook pays hella good then, that's what I make. Meta pays more. On Facebook in general, they just jam ads, and the ads are more valuable because the audience is older, and older people buy more products. The older your audience, the more money you make for ads.
What I ate
16-year-old's a lot less likely to buy a product than a 35-year-old.
today as a fatty.
Good morning, fatties. I got a Core Power and Heavenly Hunks cake batter flavor. So that's my breakfast. We got In-N-Out.
Yo, but who's literally hype as fuck? Like, yo, the In-N-Out videos, the In-N-Out video just released. Oh my god, I can't wait to watch 3 minutes of just straight silence and... Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god, you guys. This triple-decker burger. Oh, it's so good. Like, why would you want to watch that? Bro, the noises make me frustrated. Like slurping. Ew. Ew. That's some shit. Yo, this is the motherfucker that's ordering. Yo, when we did that Doug challenge and a motherfucker ordered Frank's fries at Taco Bell, that looks gross. That looks fucking disgusting. No, actually, if you ever have the money and you want to do some dumbass challenge with your friends, do the Doug challenge. Go, yo, I'll have what the person in front of me ordered. And I guarantee you 8 out of 10 times they're going to order the most gross ass meal. Bro, what happened to a motherfucker ordering just a regular burger? What is that? What is that? What is that pink slop on top of those fries? Those are wet. You're dumb as fuck. That looks so good. Yo, that's the problem with the United States, man. Genuinely. Genuinely. You think that looks good. Dude, those fries look bland as hell. They're covered in cheese sauce and they're wet.
They always stick together anyway.
Your mother's so old that her breast milk is powdered. You breastfeed like this.
We got a hot cocoa beignet and a peppermint candy beignet. Let's taste them. Here's one. Don't like it already. Okay. Okay, hot cocoa. That one's pretty good. Trying a normal beignet, but they've been sitting for like an hour or two, so they're not that good. Okay, well that was it for my very short and sweet what I eat in a day.
Notice how none of the food she ate this day is home cooked. And that is something that she does all the time.
Bro, I don't think it needs to be home cooked, bro. That shit just looks... Bro, that is actually just fucking slop.
Because she can afford to eat out all the time.
That looks so bad. Yo, I'm getting mad at the chatter that said that looked good. I'm sorry. Yo, those look like the worst fries ever. They're fucking pale. They look frozen. They look cold. They're sticking together. Dude, are you insane? Those look so bad.
The sad thing about a lot of these accounts is that people actually support them. And it isn't just other obese people who want this unhealthy lifestyle normalized, but it's actually people that get turned on by it. I found one account during the research of this video by a guy who said he was taking his fitness journey seriously while literally bragging and holding his belly, showing off how fat he'd gotten. And the comments in the video are all love hearts and calling him perfect, while he's literally killing himself by eating massive amounts of food. And although this guy's videos are clearly fetish content, the video that Addy and the others make also feed people's frankly disgusting fetishes, although maybe not directly, but it's still...
It also is like a snowballing effect of people compare their health to those around them a lot of the time. And if everybody around you is absurdly unhealthy and you're also witnessing these people be really, really unhealthy online, it actually makes you feel better about your own health. In like a weird Schadenfreude, you know, pleasure from other people's pain. you're witnessing this person like eat themselves to death and you're like, oh, you know, maybe I'm not that unhealthy.
Just as bad. It's blatantly obvious too, because when they post a video that doesn't go viral, the only people that are commenting are from men, just posting heart eye emojis about her. And I mean, a feederism fetish has got to be one of the worst that I can possibly imagine. I just can't imagine finding somebody eating their body weight in food attractive at all.
What I ate today as a fatty.
For breakfast, we got cookies.
I don't know. I think like the fat phobia of seeing somebody post this and then making fun of their weight isn't what should be said, right? I think a problem with the social media trends today is like when you see this type of stuff, it's like, okay, well, obviously you shouldn't be like, you go girl, you know, eat the 5,000 calories. You at the same time shouldn't make fun of them, right? Because it's like, that's fucking weird, right? But it's like, hey, like, you should probably stop eating like this. You know, like, that this is gonna kill you at some point.
So good. Pizza. The edges are...
Like, in the same sense, bro, like, if I smoke, bro, y'all don't make fun of me, but you're like, that's bad, right? It's bad, right? Smoking causes cancer, right? If I smoke weed, that's bad for me, right? I'll say that. But it's like, there's a difference between, like, being fat phobic and then being like, hey... this is unhealthy.
Crispy, but you know, it's a little limp. We're just gonna like fold it up.
Like Addie there is just eating donuts and fried chicken for breakfast with what I'm assuming is a full sugar drink. Probably over 1,000 calories in the meal. And people find that attractive? I'm picking on Addie here because she's one of the most popular in the niche. But she doesn't actually have as insane meals as some other people who post their what I eat in a days. Like Heather Ryan does on TikTok. Does anyone believe that she only had one piece of chocolate?
Every shoe, every color. Yeah, when you're famous, it can be kind of fun.
What's in that, dude?
Shoe, every color. Yeah, when you're famous, it can be kind
of
fun. It's really you, but no one ever discovers. In some ways, you're just like all your friends. But on stage, you're a star. You get the best.
Now this is weird because it looks like she just had cheese balls with sweet potato fries and then a big sundae to finish it off. Like there's actually no real meal in there. But this isn't the end of the world, as long as she doesn't have too much food afterwards.
Bro, it's like, I don't know. Like this isn't, are these mozzie sticks? What is that? Like, the potatoes and the peas aren't that unhealthy. Like, I mean, they're seasoned, maybe covered in butter, but, like, that's not bad.
Never mind. And if anyone was wondering, she actually had 18
egg rolls. They looked a little thin to be egg rolls.
Potatoes on that plate. Heather seems to think that her massive weight is a bit of a joke as well, and actually seems proud about the fact that she eats this much food.
I want my ladies to show...
I think, dude, and that's what I'm saying. I think there's a difference between being proud of your body and then being, like... being aware of the health thing, right? Like, I don't think anybody that's overweight should feel ashamed in their body, right? As long as you're healthy, that's all that matters. But it's like, don't sit there and then eat 5,000 calories on camera and be like, I'm doing fine. Like, no, that's bad.
Off their jawline.
You shouldn't be proud of being unhealthy. Well, there's a difference between people that are just overweight and then unhealthy, right? Like, being, like, 30 pounds overweight doesn't mean that you have heart problems. But then it's like, okay, now you're eating 6,000 calories a day. That's going to kill you.
If you laugh, you go into hell.
She will probably be over 350 pounds at this point and shows no signs of caring about losing weight. So, as sad as it is to say, I wouldn't be surprised if she suffers a medical emergency.
But it's just hard, man. Like, when if you have, like, a friend that's, I mean, whether it be you, I'm not making fun of you, chat, genuinely. Like, if you're overweight, I've seen no problem with it. But it's like, from the perspective of a friend, like, you probably know somebody in your life that's overweight. It's hard to bring that up to them because it's like, they're going to perceive it as being judged, you know, when you're perceiving it as, like, caring. It's like, I don't want to say it's easier. It's never easy to bring up, like, a friend's addiction. But it's like, I honestly think it'd be easier to be like, hey man, you should stop doing cocaine versus like, hey man, you're kind of fat. Because like, imagine from that person's perspective, like if you're like somebody that does a bunch of cocaine and your friend comes to you and they're like, you should stop doing coke, you'd probably go, you're right, man. Versus your friend coming up to you and being like, hey man, I'm kind of concerned, you know, you're getting pretty heavy, and like that's getting to a point where like you might have a heart attack at a young age, you might get diabetes. Like your friend, there's no nice way to bring that up. You know what I mean? Like, how do you nicely bring up to your friend that like you think they're gonna die young because they eat too much? You can't. Like, so you just sit there and it's like, you know, like you love the friend, but it's like, what do you say? So you want them to lie? No, you just don't bring it up. That's the problem. So then everybody sits there and you watch that happen, right? Whether it be you or your other friends, your friends are like, I'm letting you know if that's you, your friends know, and they've talked about it, right? I'm being dead ass. If that's you, right? Your friends want to bring it up to you, but they don't. Not because they don't care. It's just like, how do you, in a non-rude way, tell your friend you think they're getting to an unhealthy level of weight? You can't.
In the near future. Honestly, I haven't got...
That's so sad. It's a problem in the US, man. Like, you just can't bring it up.
Not much else to say about these fat TikToks. I just find them disgusting, and I seriously hope that TikTok and Instagram stops these creators from being able to monetize themselves eating massive amounts of food and normalizing obesity.
Because they know, you know, it's not like they're oblivious to it. It's like, so it's like you're just bringing something up that's like, it's just gonna come off as rude. Like if you have a friend that gains 50 pounds in 2 years in just fat, like not muscle, like you're gonna witness that and you're gonna be like, oh wow, like you're like in your head you're gonna go, you know, you should probably lose weight, but like you're not gonna say that to them because that's fucked, right? It's like, even if you're coming from a caring perspective,
I will say it is...
Gotta be real with them? I mean, yeah, but it's just like, I get it being tough.
Just Instagram and TikTok that allow this now. YouTube actually demonetized my video about the craziest meals of my 600-pound life because they want to steer people away from...
Telling your friend that's addicted to cocaine is the same thing? No, see, here's the problem. You tell your friend that they're addicted to cocaine and they need to stop. They could just stop. But if you tell your friend that you think they're overweight, then they're gonna feel they're gonna feel like insecure eating around you. You know what I mean? Like anytime they ever eat unhealthy around you, they're going to feel insecure, right? They're going to feel like you're judging them, right? Even if you're not, right? That's the problem. It's like if you tell your friend you should stop doing cocaine, he's going to be like, yeah, I should probably stop doing cocaine. And you could judge him when he does coke. You could be like, you shouldn't do that, right? And now imagine you tell your friend, hey man, like I'm getting concerned about like your weight. Like I think you should lose weight. Then you and him go out to eat fucking 3 months from then, and he orders like cheesecake for dessert. In the back of his head, he's going to be like, this guy's judging me.
Making this type of content. It just means
quitting cocaine isn't that easy. I know, dumbass. I'm saying it's easier to fucking judge somebody for doing coke than it is for fucking eating a cheesecake, okay? I'm saying, like, do you understand the point that I'm trying to make? I'm saying your friend's not going to feel insecure when it like your friend already knows coke's terrible, right? If you're doing cocaine, you know that's fucking horrible for you. But if you're eating a cheesecake, you could reasonably be like, all right, that's not bad for me. Even if you're like on a diet, right? People that are losing weight still eat bad here and there, right? You're giving yourself a cheat meal, right? But they're constantly going to feel like bad about eating around you.
I need to be a bit more careful.
It's like this fucking, it's like an unseen, like it's such a complex problem that on surface levels, like just tell them they need to lose weight. It's not that easy.
What I say in videos. Now, this was a bit of a different style of video for me, and if you want me to look at more What I Eat Today TikToks, let me know and send me some on Instagram at BigCraigYT. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. And if you like this...
Oh my god, man. That was like a really upsetting video, dude. Feeder content, nobody makes noises like that when they eat. Oh yeah, no, if you're moaning, I'm not a food addict, I'm an alcohol addict. Imagine if I made What I Drink in a Day videos that were me slamming shots at Everclear. That's what I'm saying. It's normalized. It's normalized. If you're like, what I drink in a day, and then it's like you're just fucking on your 15th beer on a fucking Wednesday, you'd be like, yo, you're an alcoholic. Like, that would be like, you're like, dude, you're killing yourself. Like, this is bad. Right? But with food, it's like it's such an obscure problem because you need to eat. And people, everyone eats like shit. Right? It's just the level and consistency of shit people eat that skews the numbers. And then it's like, okay, well, what do you say?
generations can be punished for crimes of family members. When Kim was a child, his father and brother were accused of spying for the United States, enough to execute them. After that, Kim was brought to an orphanage under a new name. It took more than 40 years until someone found out about his true heritage. Even Kim himself wasn't aware of the supposed crimes his family allegedly committed.
And that's insane! He didn't even know! He didn't even know! Oh, sorry, no, now you're gonna fucking get stripped of everything.
There's absolutely no judicial process. This is extrajudicial punishment. They'll just, take you away in the middle of the night, together with your family members. You just disappear. That's how it goes.
대낮에 잡아가는 건 없어요. 다 밤에 그냥 원래 그냥 어느 순간에 와서 싹 다 쓸어 가고.
Without the neighbors noticing. So one day you're just living your life like in whatever, if you're in the city in North Korea or wherever, and then the next day your neighbor just disappears. Wow, and then you just don't talk about it. And it's just like but it's just unspoken. It's like, oh, he disappeared. We know where he is.
정치범 수용소에 가서도 그 가족들은 우리가 뭘 잘못해서 왔는지 그걸 모른다는 거죠.
Fear is the most powerful tool for prison guards to keep inmates in line. During Kim's time in Camp 14, a total of 25 inmates are executed. One day, he witnesses a fellow prisoner being killed for collecting chestnuts that had fallen from a tree. Kim's
chestnuts that had fallen from a tree. Were they even being used?
Spends most of his days underground. Hours and hours of endless work with no sunlight and no mercy. Kim struggles. He's never faced labor like this before. Mistakes are inevitable, and every one of them is met with the punishment of a guard who never leaves his side.
Do you think he had like an internal wow moment? Because he was a high-ranking military official. And then now he's being sent to where he probably had to send other people.
One day, a guard strikes Kim with the butt of his gun till he falls unconscious. For the next 2 days, he only receives half his meals. After more than 2 months of living like this in Camp 14, Kim decides to end it. Following a long day of work, he steps into the elevator of a mining shaft. The metal cage ascends until it reaches a height of around 2,000 feet. He pulls the safety pin, and the elevator falls. But Kim survives, and the vicious cycle goes on. When Shin is about 6 or 7, the camp's borders shift. His village is merged into the neighboring Camp 18, just across the river. It's said to be slightly less brutal than Camp 14, but for Shin, life hardly changes at all.
Oh, he got moved to a different camp over?
Shin is 15 and has moved out from his mother's home. He now lives with his father. One day, a teacher allows Shin to spend the night at his mother's house, a reward for good behavior. When he arrives, another guest awaits. It's his brother.
Wait, he got awarded for good behavior, but he tried to take his own life in an elevator. Did they just think it was an accident or something?
One day, a teacher allows Shin to spend the night at his mother's house, a reward for good behavior. When he arrives, another guest awaits.
Oh, it's the previous kid. It's when he grew up? This is him when he's older?
When he arrives, another guest awaits. It's his brother, Shin Hee-gyun. The 21-year-old works at the prison cement factory, a couple of miles away. Shin doesn't like him at all. In the middle of the night, Shin wakes up from his sleep. He hears voices from the kitchen. His brother is talking about escape. His mother seems to support him. Shin's first instinct, he has to report this.
Oh my god. Dude, having to rat on your own family, they'll die. Holy shit. Like, I was thinking it in the sense of like, oh, you just see some guy at like your work doing that. Like your own you would have to fucking snitch on your own family. And because, and it's not even snitch on them and like, oh, they'll just get punished. No, they're going to get shot in the head in front of you. And then you'll be like, not even really rewarded. It's just like, okay, you're not going to die.
He goes to a nearby dorm room and wakes a friend to ask for advice. The friend urges Shin to tell the guards. They go to the school's night guard on duty and report the escape plot.
Wow.
Shin also signs a false police statement, claiming he saw his mother and brother commit murder. This piece of evidence ultimately leads to an execution order.
Wait, so they had to fucking... Wait, what? So they have to fake that they committed a crime so they could kill him? I thought they were just able to kill him for conspiracy to run.
The guards take Shin to an execution site next to the Taedong River.
Why are they taking him there? I wouldn't want to go see that.
A crowd has gathered to watch. They drag out his mother and his brother. They're killed in front of Shin's eyes. In 1996, Kim Young is transferred to Camp 18. To him, this place feels like heaven. The labor conditions are slightly better, and to his surprise, he reunites with his 70-year-old mother, who is also a prisoner here. But the violence and abuse
70-year-old mother, I thought his mom just died.
don't stop. One day, he has to witness how guards beat up his mother and force her to do manual labor. His mother is certain they will both.
Oh, other guy. We keep bouncing back between people. Sorry, this is the dude that used to be a high-ranking military official.
Labor. His mother is certain they will both die in the camp. Even though it means risking his life, she urges Kim to leave her behind and escape. Escaping from a North Korean death camp is almost impossible.
You know, these are highly protected facilities. You're talking barbed wire, walls, armed guards, intersecting lines of fire.
Well, it's not even just that. You're also extremely you're experiencing extreme malnutrition. And so you're weak. You know, you can't run. You can't you're not going to be able to scale a fence very easily. You have no muscle.
We're talking machine guns. Very, very difficult to escape. I mean, it's, difficult to escape a detention facility in any civilized country. Imagine North Korea.
Kim Young quietly studies his surroundings. He observes, waits, and starts thinking. He lays out multiple escape plans, but none of them seem doable to him. Another hard day of work. The prisoners are loading coal onto a train. Suddenly, they spot something. Grain scattered across the bottom of a train car. It must have transported food before. The scene explodes into chaos. Prisoners drop everything, desperately looking for the tiniest speck of food.
What, are they gonna eat it right there?
The guards start shouting, but no one listens. Kim discovers a narrow space beneath a metal panel in the floor of a coal wagon. He squeezes inside, and as the train rumbles out of Camp 18, he rides with it.
No way.
Hours later,
He got out because people were staring at grain so he didn't even plan this escape. He just on a whim just tried to get out. Is this based off a true story? This is a true story. This is basically the video version of an actual man's account that escaped North Korea and wrote a book about it.
Later, the train reaches Go-On Station at around 4 a.m. We don't know exactly how, but Kim manages to crawl out of his hideout and disappears into the night.
But then what the fuck do you do? You know what I mean? I wouldn't know if I got out and now you're in China. What do you do? Do you just go, you gotta go, you get a job? You have no ID. You're not a citizen, right? It's not even just it's not even oh, you're an illegal immigrant. It's you're not even on a record. No one knows who you are. I would have to find, you know what I would do? I would go to another, say I was in this scenario, I feel like I would try to go to a country I knew was enemies with North Korea, and I would go to I would try my hardest to find what is it called, where they have their own setup in different countries? What is it called? You know what I'm talking about. Embassy. I would go to the US Embassy. And I would be I'm a North Korea escapee. I would go to some embassy because he was a soldier too, so he knows the countries that are enemies. I would go to the enemy of North Korea and be I escaped. Please, you don't speak English? I think they're gonna put two and two together. If you are at a U.S. embassy in China and some dude runs in speaking Korean, clearly malnourished, beat to shit, you're probably going to be okay, calm down. I'm going to get a translator, right? Even if you don't speak, say you don't speak the language. I feel like there's something that you'd be able to do.
Kim successfully escaped
I'm not even
Camp
just saying
18.
U.S. Embassy, just any embassy that's not in association or partnered with North Korea.
But his path to freedom is still very long. After finding a worker's uniform, he changed his clothes.
You want to know what an embassy is? Ooh, that's true. But you can't just walk up to a random guy in China and be like, I'm from North Korea, help me. You're not going to be able to speak to them, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, they're just going to rat on you.
And starts a treacherous journey that will take him many months through China and
Oh my god, he had to go all the way to Mongolia?
Mongolia to South Korea, where he'll eventually
What? He had to make his way all the way to Mongolia so he could catch a flight to South Korea?
seek asylum. Escaping a prison is one thing. Escaping the country is another. We made a whole video on how to escape North Korea. Link is in the description.
Yeah, we watched that video.
Shin also manages to escape from Camp 18 twice, both times by crawling under a fence. Both times he's recaptured. After a
I'm wondering why he wasn't killed if he was recaptured.
second attempt, Shin is sent back to Camp 14 and is thrown into a special detention center, a place with only one purpose: torture.
I still have the scars of my torture and the burns. Look at my arms. My arms aren't normal. They are bent and deformed. Before
His arm is like they snapped it.
I was tortured, my arms were straight. When I was tortured, my arms were tied up with a rope and pulled backwards. That made them more and more bent. I'm filled with anger when I stand in front of the mirror and look at my body after a shower.
After 4 weeks of torture, he's thrown into a pitch-black cell. No windows and barely enough space to lie down. There he'll spend the next 6 months. After his release, Shin is thrown back to the general prison population. He has to work in the coal mine, the farm fields, and eventually in a garment factory. This is where he meets Park Young-chul, a man unlike anyone Shin has ever seen. Born into an elite family, Park once held a prestigious job and had seen the world beyond North Korea's borders.
What? So he left North Korea?
By then, Shin already knows he's on the execution list. With Park at his side, he begins planning what will be Shin's third and final escape. Shin and Park are assigned to do some woodwork up in the mountains, along with some prisoners. They're chopping wood near the outer fence. The camp's fence is around 10 feet high. And
how many guards do you think they got for, like, a group of people? Because part of me's thinking, like, you could just rush those motherfuckers, you know?
lined with high-voltage barbed wire.
I feel like, bro, if you got a group of 10 people, they probably got, like, 3 guards. And they're all holding machine guns or rifles.
The next guard tower is a quarter of a mile away. Shin watches.
Some people would die. Yeah, well, realistically, they probably have enough guards to where all of them would die, so they can't revolt. But I'm thinking, like, if you had 2 guards and 10 people, you could realistically try, like, knowing 8 of you are going to die, but, like, 2 of you are going to be able to overpower them and live, and then you just steal their shit.
The patrols. There are long gaps between them where no guard is close enough to spot the 2. The plan is simple. Wait until dusk so that their footprints can't easily be traced in the snow. They slip through the high-voltage wires without touching them.
Risky maneuver.
As the sun sets, Shin and Park move closer to the fence. They hack branches, pretending to stack wood. Nobody notices them. Park hesitates. Shin's heart races. He grabs Park's hand and they run. Shin slips. Park reaches the fence before him. He tries to squeeze his head between the 2 lowest wires and hits one of them. Park's body is not moving. The bottom wire bends under his weight, creating a narrow gap.
Oh my god, and you just leave him. Oh my god, you just leave him.
Shin crawls over Park's body.
You have to.
He is almost past the fence when his legs slip, hitting one of the wires. The voltage tears through him. His pants char. His skin burns from ankle to knee.
It's that fucking high a voltage? Did it kill him?
But somehow he makes it through.
No! Okay.
Park's body lies dead on the fence. Shin runs without looking back.
Oh, because he got hit in the head.
For 2 hours straight until he realizes that he made it. He manages to cross the river to China, and after a journey of almost 2 years, he finally reaches South Korea. These are all the prison camps that are most likely active in North Korea today. According to Greg Scarlatoiu,
Like right now. Like right now. I know time difference, like it's 7 p. Time difference, what time is it in North Korea? It's 8 a.m. There's people in North Korea right now in camps that are like doing slave labor. Right now. Like right now, there's probably thousands of people that are actively fucking doing crops, cutting wood, being beaten to death. Fuck, man.
the camps are changing, and not for the better. Camps near the border have reportedly been moved further inland, likely to make escape even harder. And some new internal perimeters have appeared, possibly to isolate high-value prisoners.
The third development, in terms of infrastructure, evolution and development, has been the creation of watchtowers and what appears to be intersecting lines of fire around the camps. They would be meant to basically exterminate those who attempt to leave those camps.
For some camps, evidence is even scarcer.
There's one camp that we know very little about, and that's Camp 16, 1-6. That's very close to the Punggye-ri nuclear testing facility. And I have spoken with the South Korean nuclear scientists who said, look, we don't believe that prisoners are used in digging those tunnels for the nuclear tests, but it is very likely that they will be, used and abused while cleaning up after those nuclear tests.
The
Oh my God, what? And then they're gonna like die of radiation.
HRNK estimates that up to
120,000 people in these camps.
people are currently held in North Korean prison camps. In fact, as a viewer of this video, you might know more about them than most North Koreans ever will.
We have to remember that these people are being tortured and maimed today. They were tortured and maimed yesterday, and the same will happen tomorrow. So, I think it's a matter of moral, ethical, religious, and political obligation to continue to maintain our interest in these issues.
This is Shin today. He gradually adjusted to a life in society and became a public speaker and advocate for human rights in North Korea. In 2015, Shin Dong-hyuk retracted parts of his story and admitted to changing certain key details in Escape from Camp 14. The book's author published a detailed statement outlining every change Shin had made. According to Shin, some memories were simply too painful and others too shameful to share truthfully at the time. This is
Wow. So it's not even like he made it seem worse. He made it seem better than it was. Like one of the edits it showed was that he hated his brother. And so it was easier for him to rat on him.
a common reaction for victims of torture, who often cope by suppressing or distorting their accounts of what really happened. Greg Scarlatoiu and others believe Shin's changes don't alter the fundamental truth of his reports.
Was Shin Dong-hyuk a political prisoner? Yes, 100%. Okay, he spent some time both at Camp 14 and Camp 18, right across the river. Did he witness the execution of his mother and brother? Yes, he did. So the fundamental elements of Shin Dong-hyuk's story did not change.
Shin bears the
Yeah, it's like small little additions to each part of the story.
scars, physical and psychological.
I just don't know how you could physically live a regular life after that. You know what I mean? Like they're very like advocative and they do public speaking work, but it's like always in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, people I knew are in that camp right now. Like you escaped and now you could live in South Korea, but it's like, there's over 100,000 people that are there still and they're just never going to get out. Wow. That's a sad video, but I'm glad we watched it. All right, count me down 30 seconds. Sean, I got to piss, then we're going to hop in.